Okay. Welcome to today's finals at Larvik, North Youth Championships. Here in Norway, it's quite cloudy as of this morning, but it's supposed to clear up. My name is Benjamin, and next to my side I have
Leila.
So we're both going to take us through, we're going to try and talk us through this event and the gold finals for today. We're going to have a look at the first match. We're still preparing the field a bit, but we heard that we're supposed to be on time.
Yeah, hopefully. So today we have gold medal matches for recurve under 18. We have, compound U16 women, compound U16 men, compound U18 women, compound U18 men, recurve U16 women, recurve U16 men, recurve under 18 women, recurve under 18 men, compound under 21 women, compound under 21 men, recurve under 21 women, recurve under 21 men, and also recurve under 21 world archery women, and recurve under 21 world archery men. So the world archery classes will shoot on 70 meters, and under 21 men and female will shoot on 60 meters.
Yes, and for the first match we have, it's a gold final match, compound under 16 women, and we can have a quick look at the brackets. There were 4 competitors in this group, and as we can see, Thordis won her first match 143 to 46, which made her move on comfortably. And from Denmark, we can see Johan Jiang beat Elsa Åkerlund from Sweden 149 to 139. So that's going to be the match setup for today. We can also see that Elsa Åkerlund, she won. That's actually quite interesting to see, because we can see that Ariana, who shot her semifinals, shot a 46 in her semifinals, but she came back real strong in her bronze medal match.
Yeah. And we see it's also kind of interesting because Johanna only qualified as the third one, but also in her semifinals she shot a 149, which is 1 point below perfect. So possibly she's an archer who likes the pressure of finals and will probably give a good, strong fight against the number 1 ranked.
So for the field right now, I can see it's actually already starting to clear up a bit. It's quite cool to see we have quite a bit of a crowd. Some flags are there. You can see the Danish flag. So let's hope that there's going to be some nice cheering.
Yeah, we'll hope the audience is well with us today. During the weekend here in Nome, we have had 52 participants in 23 classes, and we've had sun, we've had rain, we have wind, we have had a bit of everything besides snow. Thank God.
That's true. we would have been full circle if we'd had snow.
Yeah, but it's summer in Norway, so usually it doesn't happen, at least not down here. So there we see the crowd at least. Just some starting problems with everything, but we should be on cue at any moment, hopefully. So the setup here is we're trying something new with individual matches and alternating shooting, which isn't something that the archers are very used to. But it's a good practice, and it's very fun for the archers to do and to practice on shooting international events and stuff like that.
Yeah, so having finals like this is actually a quite important experience.
It's a very important experience because this is what you do in a World Cup final.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And one of the main goals of the youth championship like this is to give the youth an experience of how it would be if they were to go internationally at some point, without there being the immense pressure. But it's quite interesting because you've also been walking up and down the line during the competitions, and it's quite awe-inspiring, I would say, to see how how affected almost all of the athletes are, even though they know that this competition is more or less just a friendly rebout between the Nordic countries, that one of the main goals is that, yes, you're going to get the international experience, but at the same time it's also about the social, about meeting other youths from the area.
They all live in the same school and they sleep together and they do events in the evenings and stuff like that, so it's very about bonding friends across the nations and stuff like that, but it's also very competitive. I won my first Nordic Youth Championships in 2013, and that skyrocketed my whole international career and my motivation to become an international archer and compete on the international level.
Which actually shows how important NUM is. It actually shows how important it is.
Looks like we're ready to start the final now.
Yeah, we have the athletes, so
on the field.
Denmark, Denmark on the left, on the right, I mean, with Jan Jiang, and Thordis on the left from Iceland. The main judge is Björn Omholt, I think.
Yeah, I think so.
And the range is clear for our first set of the day. Compound under 16 women's gold final match. Let's wish the archers good luck.
Yeah, that the first arrows fly today.
And it's quite nice because right now the sun is starting to peek out as well.
Yeah, so it's getting a little warmer. It's been cold in the air today, so it's important to stay warm. We see the archers have sweaters under their t-shirts.
Yeah. Okay, so we have our first end coming. Thordis is gonna take it away. We saw her during practice yesterday. She had a nice, comfortable, calm draw, and she continues where she left off yesterday, which is quite impressive.
That's a good 10. Nice to get it out of your system and just start feeling good. And a 9 for Johanna. Oh, that's a wide 8.
Oh, that's that drew out. Probably something. That was quite. We did not see her shooting like that yesterday. That was quite interesting. I don't think I can remember a shot to the left. Oh, Johanna she is doing it comfortably.
She's having a good group, but you can see behind the archers and everything that the wind is picking up a bit. So it's probably the reason why.
Ah, but she's back in the 10. So it's
that feels good after a shot like that.
Yeah, so it's a quite comfortable 28. There for Thordis. Johanna has an asterisk to her 9.
If she shoots a 10 here, it's all even. Possibly, unless that 9 gets
she
up.
does.
She does.
That's quite cool.
So it looks like we'll be having an even match today. As the first one to go out.
I would, based on what we see here, I would call the arrow out. So it's definitely 28-28.
It looks like a 9.
So, and again, this is a compound match, so this is not set-based. They're shooting a total of how many arrows?
15 arrows, 150 points. And the one who has the highest points by the end of 5 rounds wins the match. So it's never over until the last arrow is shot and in the target.
So that's quite... which actually makes the recovered compound still has some differences, which actually makes it a bit more appealing to look at.
Yeah.
So all the entire match setup doesn't become too equal.
Yeah. And in compound, there's no room for mistake. Every arrow counts. In recurve, you can have that one, like
a bad
arrow, and you might still win the match. But in compound, with a level like this, you need to be on all the time.
So, and we see that the arrow was marked down, not surprisingly, and we're getting ready for N2. So the scores are confirmed, 28-28, and we're getting ready for the next end. The judges are clearing the field. The agents got the arrows, and we're almost ready for our next end.
Yeah. And now, since it's even, Thordis will continue to shoot first because the score is even.
I can see that there's some slight wind on the field. Would you think that this has... That's not much, but if there's some wind at least, how would you usually approach this?
I would usually try to just keep my shots at nice and rhythm is nice and important, but the wind will push the ball out, which usually makes you tense up a bit. So it's important to just stick with your flow and have trust in your technique. It's always important. Oh, that's a nice 10 for both of those girls. And also with alternating shooting, you have only 20 seconds to shoot at one arrow. And at the same time, you have a lot of pressure to shoot your arrow correctly, but at the same time, your opponent, as soon as your opponent is done shooting, your time starts. So you might not have that time to reset as you usually do. That's a low now. She didn't look very happy with that shot. But it's still good.
I can actually detect that there's a nice breathing rhythm in Thordis' hands. And you could almost see before the shot was executed that there was something that was amiss.
If she shoots a 10 here, it was still equal. And she
does not.
No, sorry, that's the old one. So Thordis is leading by 1.
Yeah. And the judges come out to do the scoring, but as we see, there aren't any arrows near the line, so this is we're quite comfortable in saying that this is 29-28. So as the score is for now, as you pointed out, it's 57-56. Of course, we're going to make sure until the judges have confirmed.
So the sun is starting to peek out a bit, and that can also, as an archer on the line, depending on where the sun comes from, especially in compound archery, it can affect your aiming a little. So we might now see the sights, the grouping for the girls maybe adjust a bit, because the sun is coming through the scope and the peep, and it will cause some shades and stuff like that. It might be uncomfortable to suddenly get the sun in your face. So it's another thing the archers need to be able to change up and be prepared for mentally.
It's actually quite interesting because as you said, right now we're talking a bit about the sun and the lighting, and right now as it's still early in the morning, they're actually shooting into the sun, which is not a comfortable experience as an archer.
No. No. It's not the most ideal thing. But I mean, it works. You're shooting your arrows. You probably practice this a bit. But if you have if you're an archer shooting on a specific field and you never train on any other fields, you will possibly have that problem during competition, that the sun will move, and maybe you haven't practiced that, shooting with the sun in your face.
And so now Johanna is taking it away with the first shot of this set.
That's a nice 10.
That's a 10.
Hitting the line is hitting the line.
Yeah, it still counts as in. It's in.
Oh, she's holding a long 10 there. She did not look happy with the low weights.
Oh yeah, she dropped quite a bit.
Yeah. And now the leader has changed.
Which actually shows how quickly it can change, especially they're shooting on a quite, you can see the level between these two is they're quite evenly matched.
It wasn't that big of a difference in their qualifying either.
No, there was just a couple of points.
Yeah.
I really do have to point out, though, I really do like that Thordis has it looks like she has a quite consistent.
That's a nice 30.
That's strong. That's impossible to beat, but for her sake, I hope she shoots 10 to just get a good feeling after this end.
And she does.
She does.
And so now from the previous end, the leader has switched with 1 point. So Johanna was trailing last end, and now Thordis is trailing. Which just shows how interesting this match is, and especially with accumulating scoring and stuff like that, you can change very, very fast. It's never over until the last arrow is in the targets.
And for this end as well, there aren't any asterisks, no liners. Well, there was the 1 arrow, but it clearly crossed the line, so there was no doubt about it. Yeah, we can see it here.
It's very. It's a good 30. That's a nice feeling. I know the feeling.
Archers ready? Target 1 first, target 2 second. Okay.
And we're off in our 4th end.
And now Thordis will start shooting because she is trailing behind with 1 point.
I noticed that she has a really, you could really clearly see that she inhales during her raise and that there's a clear exhale during her draw and anchoring. which is something that I really like to see in archers, that they have like a, that's a nice shot. That is a strong shot.
You can see there's a lot of wind on the field. Oh, and she answers.
That's a nice return. You can actually see she's being affected by the wind a bit. You can see the bow shaking a bit.
And that's the hard part, because your balance will be affected, and she's holding up for a long time now.
Oh, and she still manages a comfortable 10. That is very impressive. And we have to remember that they only have 20 seconds for each arrow.
And she answers. Johanna is saying, you ain't got nothing for free from me today.
So Thordis had the lead, but is now trailing. But Johanna is, she's leaving the door open for Johanna to increase the lead by 1 point. Let's see if she can take it.
With that shot.
Oh, that is a liner. No, that is difficult to see, but
the judge will probably have another look at that.
Yeah, that's definitely going to be. We can just we'll see what the judges say here.
It's a very high on these girls. The level on these girls is very high.
So we see the 9 marked as an asterisk.
See the judge are looking at the arrow right now, calling it either a 10 or 9.
116. Okay.
So the agents are marking, so there has been a score on that one, so we should get it up anytime soon.
Yeah, the judges, we can see actually the judges are...
And it's marked up as a 10.
It's marked up as a 10, so her lead increases by 1 more point.
Yeah, before the final end. That's the second 30 she shot in a row, isn't it, Johanna? I think so.
Yes.
Yeah.
And the previous end she shot a 30 as well. So now we're going into the 5th end.
5th and final end.
And Thordis is trailing, and she has now the opportunity to put some pressure on Johanna.
Johanna will have that final arrow, knowing which points she needs to hit to win the match, and that is a lot of pressure. She looks calm and collected. Oh, 9.
We can actually see that the wind is really affecting them. We can see them on the stabilizers and on the bow. I would actually almost say that Johanna looks a bit that's strong.
That's strong.
And I was about to say she looked a bit more calm during the shot, less affected by the wind.
Yeah.
You can see Thordis is shaking a bit, or not shaking, but moving a bit more, which makes the shot so difficult. But that is a 10. That is a 10.
It's a good feeling. And you know, it's like a mental game, because you're moving quite a lot.
Oh, okay.
She still gets it.
She still gets it. I get the impression that she felt a bit lucky with that one.
Yeah, sometimes you do that.
Oh, another arrow that drew out just to the 9. So that's I would say surely a 28. So a 7 to win the match.
And a 9.
And a 9.
Yeah.
So no matter what that arrow is going to be marked up as, she is Johanna's going to be the winner of this match.
Yeah. Congratulations to Johanna as Nordic Youth Championship for compound under 16.
Hey, you're changing your...
And that's a nice experience for the girls to have in the box, and just knowing that they've shot this field with the big crowd cheering them on, and having the pressure of shooting alternative shooting, and only having 20 seconds will really mess with your rhythm and everything. So it's a nice experience. Nice little something to put on your resume.
Oh yeah. Hang it on the wall.
Yeah.
And just remember the nice experience. And we can have a look at the ranking from the qualification again, and we can actually see here that Thordis had a quite comfortable lead with almost 15 points here to Johanna.
Yeah.
686 to 671.
But it just shows you anything can happen in finals. There's 15 arrows. Nothing that happens in qualification is really detrimental to what happens during the finals. And some archers just really like that pressure of having to shoot 3 arrows and keeping the focus on all the time, and just know that if I mess up this one arrow, I'm losing this match.
And we have a confirmation
From the judge.
from the judge that Johanna is the victor of this match. We can see the archers thanking each other and giving each other a nice hug, thanking for the match, which was a great.
It was a great match to watch.
It was a very entertaining to watch because it was a bit back and forth. So now we're getting ready for our next match, which is gonna be a compound
Under 16 men.
under 16 man. So here we're gonna have a matchup of Emil from Finland against Håvard from Norway.
Yeah, it was quite a big gap between these two during qualifications. Emil shot 669 and Håvard shot 618. But then again, it's 15 arrows. The winner takes it all.
The winner takes
The
it all.
winner takes it all. It doesn't matter what you shot during your... that was team?
That was the team. That was
it doesn't matter what you shot during the qualification as long as you can keep your focus on those 15 arrows.
There we go. So now we have the proper rankings
Yeah.
here. And we can actually see that they were both number 1 and number 2
Yeah.
in qualifications. But here we can actually see there is a bigger gap between these competitors.
But that doesn't mean that this match needs to be boring at all.
No, that's
No.
for sure. That's for sure. Let's have a look at the brackets while they get ready for the next match to come out on the field. So we can see here that both Håvard and Emil they shot against Walter Olsen, as we like to call him.
Walter Olsen.
So they had to walk over in their first match. But well, this is actually where it gets a bit more interesting because now we can see what they were actually shooting in the final matches, and we can see that Emil shot 142 in his semifinals against Carl Renberg, who shot 124, and Håvard shot a 131, which is a 11-point discrepancy here. But
Yeah.
as you say, anything can happen.
Anything can happen, and this is like alternating shooting. Many of these archers have not done it before. There's a crowd like right in your face. There's cameras, there's microphones, there's a lot of stuff happening. So you can really get to your nerves.
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember the first time I shot with a camera in my face, and I was like, "There's a camera there. I'm staring directly at a cameraman right now, in my face." That's
When was that? Do you remember when that was?
I think it was our national championships actually in Fredrikstad, or it was in Denmark. And then I've shot a few World Cups. They're walking around with cameras there and stuff like that. And I remember watching. There's a shooting. I don't remember what it's called. Den uka. Shooting. Hagelskyting.
I think. They're
shooting with guns for clay pigeons and stuff like that.
Yeah.
For a week. Yeah, in Norway. And then they're lying on the ground with cameras directly moving into their face. And I was just remembering, like, visualizing for myself, that can happen to me. It won't.
Yeah.
It never works like that in archery. But I remember I was sitting on the couch watching this, and I was like, okay, I need to prepare for the camera 1 centimeter across from my face.
So we now have the archers have come to the field. Emil on the left for Finland and Håvard on the right from Norway. Christian Amblay is the judge of the match, or the line judge of the match.
Yeah.
And the range is...
Are the shooters ready?
Should be clear.
so he's assigning who's going to be the first and the second shooter. Making sure they're ready, checks the field.
Also, it's the first time the judges are doing stuff like this, so they're nervous as well.
It was quite interesting to see when they had the first walkthrough yesterday.
Yeah.
We could really see that some of the judges were almost shaking a bit.
Yeah, they're not used to being on the camera either.
So Emil is going to take away, as we saw, the first shot, and he starts with the 10,
that's
puts the
good.
pressure on Håvard.
Just get it there. It's a nice feeling because you know your sight is correct, your aim is correct, everything is just working perfectly, and you're getting that payment. Oh, there's a 5 or 6.
Yeah, that's almost a liner. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's something must have happened because we saw him shoot yesterday as well.
Oh.
And we have to remember here 20
Yeah.
seconds.
And this is sort of the problem with alternating shooting, because now you have lost some time, and it can get to you, but it didn't look like it got to Emil. It's a good 9.
Let's see if Hover can collect himself from the previous end, and
Oh,
he
that's
does.
a good 9.
That's a nice 9. So
Good
getting it
comeback.
back into the center,
Yeah.
the target. Let's hope he can shake it off. So this is actually where you could say that. Oh, that is a stroke. But yeah, I would also say it's probably going to be marked.
liner.
It's going to be marked up as a liner. Now the gap is quite big. It seems like it's quite a big discrepancy here.
Yeah, that's a 6. But there's nerves. It's something new. There's an audience. Like, usually in competitions like this, nobody is watching you shoot your gold medal match because everybody else is shooting theirs. So to have it in an event like this and shooting like this, it's very, very uncommon for the archers, and a very, very good experience. I actually do think I remember my first time. I think it was in the World Archery Championship in Copenhagen.
Yep.
We shot mixed team against Denmark. With all of World Archery's live streams.
Oh yeah, that's a big apparatus. When that is
Yeah,
going live,
yeah.
that's a lot going on.
So we had a separate match on a separate field from everybody else while everybody else was shooting, and there was a crowd behind us, and there was cheering, and it was an experience, yeah, for sure. And I'm sure it got to me in the nerves and everything. And you know, there's people watching at home. You know it's going to be live streamed. It's on YouTube forever. Like, everybody can watch it. It's a very different experience from what you're used to.
You can see that the one arrow from Hobart was marked up as a 6. It was not a 5, and that Emil got a 10, 10 or 10, 9, 10, or
Yeah.
10, 10, 10, 10, 9. So which is quite comfortable, sitting on a quite comfortable lead now.
Yeah. 29-21. But anything can happen.
So the judges have cleared the field, and
We are ready to commence shooting.
Hobart is gonna start as he's trailing. Judge marks up, and the field is ready for shooting.
And sometimes that is just the extra boost you need to be able to shoot your arrows, and then just not having to worry about what the other guys shoot. Just shoot your arrow, and it doesn't matter.
Yeah, what did you do while you were shooting to stay in the bubble?
I don't know. I think I was so nervous that I just stayed in my bubble. No, but honestly, I was so focused during my matches that I don't really remember what happened because I was so nervous, and I was just shooting my shots, and that was all. And I made sure that I was ready as soon as my shot had gone through, because sometimes I like to use a bit of time to go through my shot, even before or after my shot when I'm shooting on the line, and sometimes you don't have time for that if your opponent is a very, very fast shooter. But I was also a very fast shooter, so I wasn't that rushed about the time.
Which is actually quite interesting because they're both, I noticed that both of them are shooting quite a bit faster at this end than the previous one. And Hovar has started off a lot stronger this end.
Ooh. That's
So we have a 9.88 for Hovar, which gives him a 25, and Emil is...
he held a little bit longer. Both of them...
puts it in the 7.
That's a 7.
That is most definitely. I would say it's difficult to say from here, but I think that's going to be a 9.997.
Yeah.
Which puts them at dead even for this end,
Yeah.
which means that the gap did not increase nor
Nor
nor shrink.
No. No, but that can really mess with your rhythm and everything you do, like in between the arrows when you prepare, if you're going through your previous arrow, if you're visualizing your next arrow. If your opponent is shooting very fast, it can mess with your rhythm. Because usually you have 120 seconds and you can distribute that time as you want. You can shoot every arrow at the last 60 seconds if you want. Just stand on the line for a minute and just calm yourself down. You don't have that opportunity here. If your opponent has shot his arrow, you need to start shooting yours.
Yeah, you can't wait. You can't take that time. You don't have that luxury. I actually have seen a couple of archers that that enjoy going on the line when there are those finals, and they just wait.
Yeah.
And it really puts off, I've seen it, it really puts off the competitor when they
Yeah.
just stand there and they do not shoot their arrows.
Yeah, and some people need to have that rush of time to get their shot executed fastly and not overthink or hesitate. You just know, okay, I need to shoot 3 super fast shots or I'm losing 1 arrow. So then they just have to push through their shots, and for some people it's working.
It really works, yeah. So the scores have been confirmed. The agents are taking out the arrows.
And it's 25-25.
Yeah, 25 for this end. You can also see that the practice, we can see the practice field from here, and we can see that there are several archers that are getting ready for their matches. And we are ready underway for our next end. The range is clear, and since Håvard is trailing, he's continuing to start shooting.
And it's also, here in Larvik we have 2 fields, so I don't think these archers have been on the top field, and it's blowing a bit more, it's more windy up here than it is down there where they've been shooting all weekend.
That's actually a very good point, and Håvard starts off with a strong 9. He needs that for his confidence. Puts a bit of pressure on Emil, but let's see how he handles it.
He's answering
with a 10.
Yeah,
that's really
that
strong.
is a 10 on X. It's a good feeling. And you can see the wind is picking up quite a bit. Oh, and Håvard is answering with a 9.
He's getting more centered, which is really nice to see.
Yeah.
I hope he takes that away from this match, that he's really getting back into it.
It's a good experience.
It's a good. Oh, that's strong.
Yeah.
That's really strong.
Every shot that you can just know what you did right or know what you did wrong is a good learning experience.
And this time he pulls up a high 8, which gives him a set of 26. Oh, that's a very strong. That's a perfect score.
Yeah.
Are those triple X's?
Yeah.
It almost looks like triple
yeah,
X's.
Triple X's. That's a good feeling to get away with.
So most likely this is gonna be. There aren't any asterisks here. No. So.
I think that's pretty fun.
Yeah. So now we have 2 more ends to go, and Håvard has been shooting 21, 25, 26, been quite stable, but for this last end it seemed like he was collecting himself a bit more and a lot better than for the first end.
It seemed like it. Yeah.
And Emil has had a quite comfortable trail. We can see that his previous end, something happened, because it's showing at that 29, 25, 30. But he got back on track for this end, and with that, that's a quite comfortable third.
Yeah.
Must feel
and
great.
That's such a good feeling, knowing that you had like 1 bad end or 1 bad arrow, and then knowing that you can pull yourself together. And he's done it very fast as well. Pulling yourself together, getting back into your groove and into your rhythm, and just trusting your technique again. It's so important.
And the archers are going on the line, and Håvard is gonna commence the shooting. There is a discrepancy here of 12 points, so he has quite the job to do to get into the lead. Let's see how he starts. He's been shooting the first arrow quite quickly for at least 2-3 previous ends, and he continues doing that. It drops low to the 7.
And Emil with a 9.
With a 9.
Yeah. I think that's a 9.
Yeah. That
looks like a 9-8 liner. All it needs to do is just nick that black line and it's in.
Just slightly touch it.
Yeah.
And
you can see his grouping is changing a bit, so maybe it's the wind that's affecting it. Håvard with a 9.
Another 9 liner.
It's going to be exciting.
Yeah, still a bit low, but. And Emil, the grouping is still very good though. It's a very strong grouping from Emil. You can see here, he got himself into the 10 ring now, which seems like he's been adjusting himself quite well.
Yeah, it's really good. Just a mental game of that, of knowing that, okay, the wind is picking up, what do I do? Do I move my side? Do I aim a bit off? Do I change my technique? Do I have any knowledge of what I can do to make sure that that goes into where it needs to go? And being able to think that on the spot. Of course, during finals like this, we can see that they have coaches. No, they don't have any coaches. Håvard has a coach
Håvard
behind
has
him.
a coach behind him, but the Finnish.
Yeah, no, there's a coach behind the judge right there.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
He's just hiding from the
He's
camera.
just hiding from
he's
the
hiding
camera.
from the camera, but he's there.
So now is a good time. Like some archers need their coach to talk them down. I usually prefer that, to have someone get me out of my head, and others just like to talk to themselves and reassure themselves and just get back there on their own.
So what specifically do you remember? What specifically did the coach do to help you stay in the zone?
Just talk to me, get me out of my head, like let me think about something else when I'm not on the line. Just have fun with it. Maybe if I was trailing by a lot, just remind me that this isn't the end of my career. Like, this is a match. This is a training experience. I'm here for training. This is not a World Cup final.
Yeah, that is actually quite important and good to remember, because we tend to forget that when we're on the line and we're shooting, and we think, oh my God, this is end all be all.
Yeah, it's a good experience. I always tell my archers, like, even if you're trailing, just okay, put the pressure away. You're shooting good shots. If you have had a lot of good shots today, you can be pleased. Even if the results wasn't what you wanted, even if it wasn't a win, you have to work up to get that win. You need the experience.
And we are ready for our fifth and final end, and Håvard is gonna open up again.
You can see the wind is really, really going in the back flag there.
We can almost quite comfortably say that. I think unless something miraculous happens, I think.
Oh my! It's never over.
You know what? I'm gonna stay silent.
Yes,
I'm not gonna say anything. This is not over until it's over.
It's never over until it's over.
Let's see what Emil does. Okay,
it's a 9.
That's a 9. So he's closed the gap by 1 point.
You need to keep that hope and you need to keep that focus. And okay, I would probably like make it more training based if this was my archer. But at the same time, you need to keep fighting, because you never know. Maybe your opponent needs to take down, maybe the timer runs out for them. You never know. You cannot give up. I've lost too many matches on giving up too soon.
Oh, that's a bad feeling.
It's a bad feeling.
Nothing's over till it's over.
Oh,
And what a final end from Håvard there. That is so great to see. And must at least
feel good to end on a good note. Yeah.
Definitely. So by this, we can quite comfortably say, regardless of how the arrows are being marked up or down, that Emil is gonna win this gold medal match. And of course, we congratulate him on getting the gold at Emil with the gold medal. And
it's such a good experience and such a good learning opportunity, and such a you need to look at it as training. Your shooting arrows is never wasted, even if you come home, even if you don't win a match. And Håvard is still going home with silver. It's not bad.
No, it's definitely not bad. That's some silverware right there.
Yeah. And some very, very important exercise.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Knowledge to have for later.
So, and the scores have been confirmed. So a 999 for Emil and 10-8-10 for Håvard, which is actually the strongest end he had.
Yeah, a 28.
This entire match. But it just goes to show that he has it in him.
Yeah. He just needs more experience, and this is a very, very good opportunity. He will learn a lot from this. If he's anything like me, he'll go home and watch this stream for 10 to 15 times, overviewing his technique and everything. It's a great experience.
We see a handshake there from both the athletes and the judges, and even the coaches, and even the judge gets a handshake, which is a great experience for them. We can't forget that they're doing an important job as well.
Yeah.
trying to make sure that it's a fair and fun experience.
Fair and fun experience,
for
yeah.
all of the contestants.
And here we see the crowd. So these are right beside the archers. So you see them, you hear them, they're breathing down your neck, basically.
And we can see here that there's going to be the field is being changed up a bit because we're now going to increase the distance as we have a new match setup coming up. We're now heading into the compound under 18 women's gold match.
Yeah. And this is actually quite interesting, and I need to say I'm going to be probably a bit biased because Tyrell is my... I've trained her a lot for a while. She's in my club. So yeah, she's. This is going to be an interesting match to watch for sure.
That is the scores from the previous match. Hold on. There you go. This should be correct. So now we can have a quick look at the qualification rounds. And we have now Tyrell shooting against Carolina. So it's actually it's number 1 and number 2 meeting up in the matchup.
Tyrell usually shoots on 50 meters, so she didn't know that she was shooting 40 meters here, because the Nordic Youth Championships have some specific rules regarding distances. So she's usually shooting 50 meters, but she has to move down 10 meters for this competition.
So we're getting on our way. The field is cleared, and we're ready for the match.
Fast.
That's a nice and quick start. And Carolina is going to take it away by shooting first arrow, having some small hiccups with the release there, but went well.
It's probably the nerves.
Oh yeah, that's definitely.
Oh, look at that bow shaking in the wind.
Look at that bow shaking, and the wind is picking up quite a bit.
Yeah, and you need to
she's
shoot.
Shaking. Let's see where this goes.
Oh.
She had 4 seconds on the clock, so that was really tight.
Yeah.
That was
She
really
still
tight.
shot a 10 though.
Let's see it. Even Tyrell is having can feel it a bit now.
Yeah.
Gets in, finds herself a comfortable position, and let's see where she puts it.
Oh, a 9.
But I would say I liked her shot a bit better, as it was a bit smoother, a bit.
Yeah.
She used less time. And we can definitely see that Carolina is being affected by the wind here.
She's using a long time to put her finger on the trigger.
Yeah, she has a long hold, and she drops it into the 8.
And that will usually give you a problem in winds like this, because you'll be everywhere. Sometimes it's just about getting the shot done, and Tyrell does that.
Oh, and a nice shot!
That's
a nice shot. Comfortable shot.
Yeah.
And it just goes to show that, especially when there's wind like this, you have to just keep the pressure up. You have to just keep your timing and don't wait. Just trust your.
Yeah.
I get really the impression that Tyrell is really trusting her shot sequence.
Oh, that was surprising.
So she draws it, pulls it out to the 7, but I would
we're
still
equal now.
We're equal, but I would say it was a very strong end from from Tyrell there.
She hasn't shot very long, and she takes things very, very quickly. So she's never been on a field like this, shooting a competition like this. So it's it's a good experience for her, for both of the girls.
For both of them, definitely. So we have 26-26. There aren't any arrows here that need to be marked up or down. The judges are with the agents right now and just making sure that they all agree on the score. But again, They're marking up now and pulling out the arrows, which is we can see this is a great experience for both the agents, as that's not something you get to do very often, to be an agent,
No.
to go to the target during
No.
finals, and I think it's it must be nerve-wracking in its own way, because you have to follow protocol, you have to do it properly, but you're representing the archer from your country, and you want to do it properly. You want to make sure that everything is done correctly.
Yeah.
So it's a nice and very good fail-safe.
You want to fight for your archer and your friend as well. If there's an arrow that might be out or might be in, for you or the component, you really need that person that you trust to will fight that fight for you, because you cannot be there yourself.
So we're heading into the second end, and Karina's gonna start off again, as it was a draw.
You can see the sun is coming down now.
That just goes to show how interesting the weather is, because
Yeah.
just literally a second ago it was the wind was crazy, and now there is straight sun, which is it's actually quite hard conditions to shoot in.
Yeah.
She seems, but I can already tell she looks a bit more collected
Yeah,
as the wind cools down,
Wind
which just
calms
makes her
down a bit.
quite comfortable 9.
Tyriel is choosing to stay a little longer, which you don't normally have time for, but she has a very fast shot sequence, so she
A
has
strong 10.
and it
That is
pays
a
off.
That is a strong 10.
I'm a proud mother right now.
It's almost like you're a bit biased in this match.
Yeah, I said
Yeah,
before we
yeah.
started, I'm going to be biased. Not because I want her to win, but I want her to go away with knowing that she shot good shots and having a good feeling, like, I did this, and I'm happy about what I did.
Yeah, and she's doing quite well. And
Yeah.
you said she's quite new. When did she start?
I think it was 1 or 2 years ago. So it's
And
not.
now she's shooting a gold finals
Yeah.
in the Nordic Youth. That's
And she's
quite
won, like,
very impressive.
I think both indoor championships as well. Yeah.
That is very cool. That's very impressive.
And another 10-9 liner. I think it's a 9.
Yeah, I also think so. We have a 10-9-8. That's actually quite fun, because in our club where I'm from, we tend to say that the 10-9-8, that is a Norwegian score. When we shoot, that's
It's a Norwegian score?
That's a classical Norwegian end, 10-9-8.
Oh. Don't know about that.
Let's see how these arrows are marked. We're still lacking some numbers from...
So this is Carolina's target, and they're saying that it's an 8 star. That's a 9, I think.
That's most definitely a 9, yes.
And then the judge are looking at Tyriel's targets. Let's say that's a 9.
And it's being marked up.
So they could both be 10-9-9 or a 10-9-8. So that's interesting, because Carolina is being an 8 asterisk and Tyriel's is being a 9 asterisk. Or is that the last? No, it was probably the 10, yeah.
So let's see, the scores should be updated now, as the judges are heading to our technical officer on the field to make sure that we get the graphics in order. And the scoring is confirmed as 45-44, which means that...
Something's not right here.
Yeah. They're having some technical difficulties, so we can let them figure that out while we go on to the next end.
It's probably a 54-54, I think.
Yeah. So Carolina is taking it away, and there we go, 54-53.
That's a 9.
That's a 9.
You can sometimes see. I feel like Carolina looks a bit more nervous than Tyriel. Tyriel looks very steady in her shot and in her position, and sometimes you're fighting a lot with the wind.
Yeah.
And that's a 7 right there.
I would almost say she has. Let's put it like this: she has everything to lose, as she had quite the comfortable
she does.
lead.
Yeah.
And
That
Tyriel
puts
is,
pressure on the archer as well.
yeah, Tyriel is definitely the underdog here.
Yeah. I love a good underdog.
Everybody loves a good underdog. Sorry though.
Oh, that's another.
That's an end that really drew out.
Yeah. It is going the opposite direction of the wind as well.
So
So it's
she's
probably just the nerves.
Nerves, and yeah, you can still see she
Yeah.
collapsed
Oh,
quite a bit.
that's a seven.
That's a shame. So they're still dead even.
Yeah. For this end,
Let's see what the
Yeah.
last arrow is going to be marked, but I think it's
that's
actually going to be a 9.
Yeah.
So I think Tyril's going to take this end. So we're going to have a 25-24.
a very interesting match.
Very, very interesting match.
Yeah.
Definitely an interesting match.
And that's the fun thing, because Carolina has like a 46-point lead during the qualification, so you think, okay, this is going to be like fairly simple.
A
but
cakewalk, right?
Yeah.
You'd
but
win
it's-
this.
Yeah. You'd think.
Yeah.
But that's the dangerous bit, because if you think, okay, this is easy, I'm going to win it, already started your way on your losing.
Yeah. You just still try. You need to focus on your process, on your
Yeah.
rhythm, on what you're doing on the line.
On
and
what you're
don't-
doing on the line, and not about winning. It's just shooting each and every shot. Right now, that counts. And the end result will be the end result. You cannot do anything about that. All you can do is shoot your shot on the shooting line as it is. So I always tell, like, I worked a lot with Tyrell, and I always tell, like, I don't care what you shot score-wise. Just tell me where you're happy with your shot. If you didn't hit where you wanted to hit, did you know why? And she's like, yeah, I knew why.
That
So
is the
that's
most.
all we need to know. And the rest will come eventually.
So we're heading into, and it was
Roger, ready?
having some issues with
25.
with the scoring. Now, okay,
There,
finally
now
it
it
was
is,
correct. So
yeah.
now we're dead even. We're 78-78 a total, and we're going into our 4th end.
So now Carolina will start shooting. Should be. Yeah, we're on the wrong archer, I think.
Now Tyrell
Oh,
is
no, Tyrell is shooting.
Tyrell is taking it away. Well, it's a judge's call.
Oh,
We trust- that's an 8.
Yeah, but you can see the wind is really, really picking up and affecting them now.
And she has quite the reaction during the
Yeah.
release. I know. I don't think that's helping her a lot. She was
No.
quite or she looked more confident in the earlier ends, but now it seems like something is off. Maybe a feeling, maybe technical, something, or just plain nerves.
Yeah, that's a
And
good 10.
Tyrell,
Yeah,
she
but
was a nice 10 there. Or,
when you're shooting at an event like this and the wind is, you're fighting the wind constantly, and if you cannot get in a nice groove with fighting the wind, it will mess up everything, and you'll be left feeling like, oh, this isn't working, why isn't it not working, and then you get frustrated and you make more mistakes.
yeah, and it even messes up your rhythm. Because
Yeah.
you always have to change up your rhythm because
Yeah.
of the conditions change so much.
That's good.
Oh, that, yeah, I think it's a 10 now. Oh, they're marking it as a 10. So, but I think it's maybe it's going to be a
Jill will probably have a look at it.
Let's see here.
That's a better shot.
That is a stronger shot.
Yeah.
Those are the kinds of shots that she. Well, we can see that what she's really capable of.
Yeah,
that she
yeah.
has these kinds of shots in her.
Of course she does. She's been leading the qualification, like, but it's a very different feeling standing on the line right here, and like you have all the audience, you have your teammates, you have friends. Maybe you've just made friends with your opponent as well, and it's a hard switch living with people and having fun with them in the evening and then competing again against them tomorrow in the morning. There's a lot of stuff to learn here by this weekend.
Yeah, and for many of these, this is definitely the first time they're shooting alternating.
Yeah.
And it's the first time, maybe.
Completely different ball game.
Yeah, this is the way this match is being presented is almost like a proper gold or finals
Yeah,
match
yeah.
in a World Archery event.
It's done as exactly the same, so it feels very, very big. And as you can see, Carolina has a very long shooting rhythm. So I'm pretty sure she's very stressed about the time, even though she has no reason to be stressed because but you don't have the time you normally have, so it's not as comfortable. So you need to somehow just feel like, oh, I need to do it perfectly, and then they get so stressed about doing it perfectly that they're losing their calmness and sense of just comfort on the shooting line.
And you talked about this yesterday. You don't really have the time to take down and reset
No.
and do another draw. So you have, because time is ticking.
Yeah, time
and
is
we've
ticking.
already seen it when they're like when they've had small hiccups with the release or they have to redraw. We can see that the arrow goes when there are like 4 or 3 seconds
Yeah,
left,
yeah.
which is it puts the pressure on.
It puts the pressure on. Like, it's not a problem, but your mind thinks it might be a problem. You have enough time to take it down, restart, unless you have a really, really long shooting rhythm. But people mostly usually don't have that long of a shooting rhythm, but it makes the fear of not having any mistakes bigger, so it puts the pressure on quite a lot.
So the score is now 106 to 104 for Tyrrell, which means that for the fifth and final end, Carolina is going to take it away and start off the shooting.
Final 4 arrows. What happened with the picture now? Is it my glasses or is it
the camera is adjusting itself with the lighting.
Oh, she's holding for a very long time now.
It's definitely a long hold.
But
she shoots a 10.
Yeah, she shoots 10. She's been rewarded for that.
Tyrrell is that's an 8. So now we're dead even. Again, a 10 to an 8. They're marking it as an asterisk. Oh, that was quite the movement, but she got it into the 9.
Some people just have that in their technique and it works for them, so it doesn't have to be that big of a deal.
It's always about doing the same thing over and over.
It's another 8 material.
So now there is, she's trailing by 1 point. Let's see what Carolina does with her final arrow of the match. And she puts it into the 9, which makes it a bit, leaves the door open for Tyrrell. Let's see if she puts a 10 here. Then we're gonna definitely have a shoot off, or maybe if the 8 is gonna be marked up as a 9, she might even be the winner.
But it's 9, so we need to check that 8-9 liner.
Yeah.
But it kind of looks out.
I think it kind of looks out.
We have here.
I agree on that, but let's see what the judges say.
So now, because there is some tension, we don't know, we're not entirely sure who's winning. The crowd is being very, very silent, and the line judge will call out the winner.
Let's see.
And we have a prime spot viewing this from where we're sitting.
Oh yeah, we can see everything happening on the field. We have a prime. Oh, the judge is actually taking out his magnification glass, so it has to be a bit closer
It's
than.
Going to have a proper look at that.
Let's see what he marks it at.
Oh, I'm so curious. I'm on the edge of my seat.
Yeah, I'm also on the edge of my seat.
I'm more nervous when it comes to the archers I'm coaching than I've ever been when I'm on the shooting line myself.
I can relate to that so much.
It's awful.
There have been matches where some of my archers are shooting. I was like, okay, I can't be standing here. I have to go away.
Yeah, I've been standing behind Tyrrell and just like crying my eyes out because I'm so excited for it.
And it is confirmed that Carolina takes the match.
Yeah.
It was a really, really close, which means that it was marked as an 8. It was a really, really cool match.
Good match.
It was a really, really cool match and good match to watch.
Very exciting.
And it just, it was really close.
Yeah.
The nerves were really getting on Carolina, and Tyrrell had some really strong ends. She really put on her A game, put on the pressure. So Carolina really had to fight for this one.
She had to fight. She got nothing for free. And that's the beauty of finals. Like nothing is printed out. It can look good on paper, but it still needs to be shot. Every shot needs to be shot. And that's it has to be done.
And we're already getting ready for our next match, which is compound under 18 men.
Next match up is compound under 18 men. Target number 1 is Jonas Ripi from Finland.
The gold final match, compound under 18 men. We have here Jonas Ripi from Finland against Ragnar Jonasson from Iceland.
Yeah.
Let's see if we can get up the qualification ranking list. Let's just see how they did during qualifications. There were four athletes in this age group, and we can see they shot. Oh, Jonas has had a stronger lead of 687 to 669.
But as we saw in the previous match, that does not mean anything.
It doesn't mean
anything. This
match. Which just puts to show that the pressure is on Jonas. Quite definitely the pressure is on him. Let's see how the semifinals and in worked out for them. And Quite interesting to see here.
Yeah,
it's you can see how close this match is gonna be close. That is for sure.
So Ragnar shot 1 point below in the previous match, so it was very equal. So this is going to be an interesting match to see.
This is going to be a
They're probably going to follow each other a lot.
Yes.
And again, it's exciting to see who can handle shooting like this, who can handle the nerves with the crowds and everything. And like, there's different rules from when you're shooting your normal competitions. You need to follow a specific guideline in how to shoot, when you can go on the line and stuff like that, when you can knock your arrow. So it's very different, but also very, very fun.
And the line is ready. We're getting off to our first set of the gold finals match. And Jonas is taking it away. Oh, he's a calm. That was a calm, collected shot.
Yeah.
Very, very strong. Ragnar is quick on the trigger. Quick with the finger on the
That's
trigger.
good as well.
Drop to the 7. I'd say Jonas here, he looks quite stable, quite comfortable. He doesn't, or at least on the outside, he does not look nervous at all. He looks really calm and collected.
But I think Ragnar looks also very, very steady and comfortable in this on this field.
Yeah, and Iceland has been known for bringing on some quite heavy hitters when it comes to the compound group. So you don't mess with them. They don't always come to play. They bring on a real fight. And so we have here a 999. So it seems for Jonas. So if Ragnar puts it then to 10 now.
It's a bit low.
It's a bit
but
low.
It's a good grip.
It's actually, I think we have a. I think Ragnar has a 7. It's a 7, right?
Yeah, possibly.
Yeah.
Looks
So
like
it's a 799 and it's gonna be adjusted by the judge, I think.
Yeah, probably. So you have, like, when you're on the shooting line and from the practice field to the shooting line is on the same place, but when you're coming to the shooting line and there's audience, your nerves will get a bit heightened. You might have more energy than you usually have during your normal shot frequency. So it's not uncommon for your sight to adjust. So you need to adjust your sight a bit because there's a lot more energy in your body than it normally is in the during shooting. So you have all this energy and all this adrenaline that's rushing through you. So it's quite possible that it's a good group, it's just a little wrong because he's very focused and very on.
We ordered some rain, but that's not until this afternoon when we skip that one.
So they're confirming the score values. And we can see here that it's still, there's some discussion in that.
I think it's just because Iceland has done this many times, so and we in Norway have not done it as much. So I think the Icelandic girl is just confirming to the judges how the protocol is, because it's the first time they're doing it as well. So we're learning as we're going here in this event, and hopefully it will only get better.
Oh yeah, it can only go uphill from here.
Yeah.
So we're getting ready for our next end.
I'm going to roll over this cable so many times today.
Yeah, I already. Let's put it like that.
Yeah, that works.
And we're getting ready for our next end, which you can see that Jonas is leading by 2 points. So Ragnar is taking it off, shooting the first arrow of this end. We're in the second end now.
And it's blowing quite a lot, but it does not look that affected.
Honestly, no, he looks really calm.
Yeah.
Really
you see the
comfortable.
arrow is going in the direction of the wind, so it's probably affecting him a bit. And the wind will push the arrow, so it's all about the experience, knowing how much the wind will affect your arrow, and that comes from training in the wind a lot.
Well, you can really see the banners.
Yeah.
Behind him. It's actually it's
He
quite
looks
good.
so steady.
Yeah, he does not move at all. It looks like But we can really see how the arrows are affected by
Yeah.
the wind. It's clear that the wind is playing its part here. We can see on the trees behind Jonas here that the wind is coming a bit. It's not just consistently from one direction, it's moving around quite a bit.
Nice.
Has a strong grouping. Let's see here. And the wind affects everyone.
The bow as well. Look at that bow go.
Oh yeah, now actually he's moving as well.
Yeah.
So it's picking up quite a bit. And he shoots an eye.
Yeah.
That is really, really nice.
And an 8. So probably Jonas will probably aim off a bit because the wind was so strong. And then sometimes it doesn't affect as much, or the wind will come down further down on the field. So it probably won't affect the arrow as much as you see it out here, because there's 40 meters from the archer to the target, so the wind can change a lot on those 40 meters.
Definitely, definitely. And it's quite interesting to see because there are several flags on the field, and we can really see that they're moving differently. All of them, they're not moving in the same direction.
If you see a training field, it's almost the opposite direction as well.
Yeah.
Which means that the wind is coming from different directions, and that will affect the arrow as well.
That even makes it even harder to shoot,
Yeah.
which would really mess up your mental game. Just try to just continue to stay relaxed and in your zone and just trust your shot process is very, very, very important here.
Yeah, that's the problem, because if the wind is affecting your you need to have confidence in your technique, because if the wind is affecting you, then it's probably, you need to trust that you're doing the right thing and it's only the wind, and not trying to pick apart your technique to figure out what's wrong.
Oh yeah, that. We talked about this earlier yesterday, actually. There are 20 seconds and you can't go into an analysis mode. You don't have the time, you just have to. You can maybe argue for that in the 20 seconds where you're not shooting.
Yeah.
That you can think about, okay,
but
what
you don't
happened?
have 20 seconds when you're not shooting.
That's true.
That depends on how fast your opponent's
That
shooting.
actually makes a lot of sense.
And that can really set you off as well, because maybe you're used to having those 20 seconds to evaluate and visualize the next arrow as well. And then you don't have that time to gather yourself. So you need to do it fast, you need to do it, just snap out of it and just focus on the next shot right now.
So we have Ragnar shot at 25-25 and Jonas shot at 27-25, which means that Jonas is still leading by 2 points, and Ragnar is gonna start the third end of this match.
Really like, he looks like he's shot a lot in the wind, because he's not moving even if his bow is moving.
And he looks, I really do like his attitude on the line. He looks very focused, very calm, very collected. It's very impressive to look at. Jonas is he's doing the same thing though.
He's not looking very affected. They're not looking nervous at all. They're looking like they're just like, we're here, we got this, we're going to give them a good match and we're going to have fun doing it.
Yeah, most definitely. He draws it out to what it looks like a 7, but it's given an asterisk, so could be an 8.
If you look at the flags right now, they're not moving one
Jonas
bit.
is back in the middle.
Yeah, that's good.
Ragnar cannot give away these opportunities to Jonas. That is gonna put him further behind. But he's
answering.
Back. He answers with a 10, and he's again shooting at 25, and it really depends on the 7. But it really looks like he's now, there's a tendency here. But Jonas is that's a comfortable grouping. It must feel good for him to finally have a group this close again.
But the wind has calmed down a bit as well, so that's probably affecting. And like Ragnar was aiming a bit off, possibly. And now
for the previous end. Yes,
and now the wind is slowing down. So it's a lot to pay attention to as well. And once you first started to aim a bit off, it's a very natural place to continue shooting. So you need to be very, very aware that, okay, if I aimed in the 8 the previous end, I need to like, okay, what's the wind like this end? How does it feel in my body? Is it affecting me? Because you cannot keep shooting at the 8 if the wind stops. And you need to notice that the wind is stopping. And sometimes you're so in the zone that you're not...
That you forget to think about it.
you forget to think about it.
But that's where this kind of experience comes in. It's so important to have these kind of experiences to practice exactly what you're saying now. Because, again, there are 20 seconds. You need to be so... not necessarily confident, but sure about your shot process, and that goes under the shot process as well. It's not just where you put your grip on the ball, where you put the release, and where you anchor. But what do I do when I go to the line? How do I check? When do I check the wind? How do I check the wind? Do I feel it in the body? What do I do? And you have to have a plan. You just have to hit. Okay, execute, skip, execute. But whatever it is, you have to have that. So the judges are finishing up the scoring, and the agents have drawn out the arrows.
And it is confirmed that to be 7.
Yes. So he stays on. We can have here see the end totals, which it's quite cool to see. Ragnar is shooting very, very consistently here. Jonas as well. 27, 25, 27. But it gives him now a 4-point lead, and we have 2 more ends to go.
And the wind is really like coming and going in different directions, and strong and weak and stuff like that. So it's hard conditions to shoot in addition to everything being new and alternative, and with the crowd and stuff like that they're not used to as well.
Yeah, really, we really have to like try to not be affected as much as possible when you do this. Continues in the 8. We can see that Ragnar has a bit more of a spread when he shoots, but it's he has the tendency to start with an 8 in his first 10. Oh, that's a strong 10 from Jonas
as well.
So he's increasing his distance by 2 points for these first arrows, and Ragnar replies with a 9. It's a bit of a longer hold now. You can see the bow moving quite a bit. Let's see, the time ticks away. And he has 4 seconds, and he gets it and he puts it into the 10. That is quite impressive.
It's worth fighting for it a lot.
But it's not something we encourage our athletes to do. We really don't encourage to do that.
But right here, you don't have time to do anything else. You don't have time to restart. You just need to get that shot going.
Yeah, you have 20 seconds.
Yeah.
You just have to. Okay, it's off. I have to.
Yeah. But so we, as coaches, we tell no, restart the arrow, because if you're holding for that long, you're most likely you ruin that arrow. But in situations like this, you just need to have to fight through it and just keep your aim in the middle, and usually it'll end up there, or you'll get a smack on the finger. But it's better than not shooting that arrow at all. And
he was, I wouldn't say lucky, because it was a strong shot regardless, but
it was unusual for his timing and rhythm.
Definitely. So we have some asterisks here about arrows being checked up. Let's see what they'll be marked up as in the end.
I think it's a 998. Looks like it.
Yeah.
And a 10-10-8, possibly.
Yeah, that's most definitely an 8. I cannot see that becoming a 9.
Sometimes the camera angle is a bit off,
it's
and
tricking you.
the arrow is a bit fatter than you think, and sometimes.
Oh, we've all done that. We're on the line, we're shooting, and like, that's a comfortable. And when you then you get up to the target and you see, oh Lord, this was not even close to what I thought.
Especially when you're shooting on hay.
Oh yeah.
I've been shooting 18 meters compound, like, okay, that's a perfect 30 right there, and you come to the target and it's like, oh, that's a wild 27. That was not what I was expecting.
So we're getting off to our 5th and final end. Jonas has a 6-point lead, and Ragnar has quite the task on closing that gap. Let's hope he finds the zone. I still do like how he's on the line. He looks very calm and collected.
Calm.
And he starts with it. He puts on the pressure. Let's see how Jonas replies. He's been shooting quite comfortably.
Yeah.
Puts a 9. So giving away 1 point for at least those 2 arrows. Let's see how Ragnar replies to this. And he continues. He puts on the pressure.
That's a good strong shot.
And he draws it out to the 8, so he's actually starting to give away some points here. Let's see how Ragnar...
It's never over until it's over. There's 3 points now.
3 points. Let's see what the final arrow has here. And he puts it to the 8.
Yeah.
That's a shame. But
7 to win.
7 to win, yes. And it's a quite,
yeah.
So again, here we have the situation that it's most definitely Jonas is going to win this match. But it was really cool to see Ragnar putting on his A game for this last.
Yeah,
And he really, and it's quite interesting to see because this was the first. Let's go here and see all of the ends, and you can really see that Ragnar picked it up.
Yeah,
in the
he
two
was
final
trying
ends.
hard. He was not giving up. He was not surrendering, and I like that attitude a lot. It's never over until it's over, and if you're not winning, at least know that you put everything out there, and then it's just home to practice more and get better, and it takes time. And these are young athletes here. They have all the time in the world to continue and training, become great.
And hopefully, and most definitely, this was and is a good experience for them. But
Amazing experience.
And not for anything else than at least a very good memory.
Yeah, and it looked like he had very good shots as well. Like he looked comfortable. He looked like he had fun. He looked like he was enjoying himself out there, and that's the most important thing, in my experience at least. And you're focusing. At least when I shoot and what I tell my archers, I like to focus on the experience. This is just another competition. Yeah, it's a Nordic Youth Championship, and that feels very, very big. But at the end of the day, it's another competition. And there's lots of competitions.
And at the end of the day, you're still just shooting an arrow.
Yeah, yeah,
and
it's one arrow.
If you're able to boil it down to that and not being affected by that, you can actually. I think it helps you quite a bit. Yeah. And the winner is confirmed. Jonas wins 133 to 129. They give each other a handshake.
It's so important to respect each other as athletes and say good or bad, I had fun shooting with you today.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And he really, again, Ragnar in the final end really put on the pressure.
Yeah.
Jonas kept his calm, and even though he was a bit out to decide, his lead was that big that he just comfortably could bag this.
And I'm curious, like we talked about yesterday, I had a World Championship match that was streamed that I was shooting consistently to the left. I'm curious if he's going to think back on this match and think, maybe I should have moved my sights. Why did I not move my sights?
That is a good point.
Yeah.
That is a good point. Okay, so now we're getting into recurve under 16.
Women's final, yeah. And this is quite fun because this is the biggest class of all the competition. There were 26 participants. So we have had these two girls right here that are coming on the field in any moment have really fought for their spot in this final. And we also have the rank number 1, Hala, and Balabeni was ranked number 3. So she is not the second one on the ranking score.
And these are some quite strong scores.
Yeah, they're very, very even as well. There's not a lot of take to give. Not a lot of points. This is going to be a very, very even match.
So there are 4 points difference here between the top 3, which is not a lot.
It's not a lot on 72 arrows, not at all.
Let's see for how the matches went. So the Vilda won her first match 6-2 very comfortably. Maria had, it looks like, that was quite a bit of a match.
Yeah, that's a shoot-off right
That's
there.
a shoot-off. Let's hope we get one of those today.
Yeah.
That would be great. That would be great fun.
Maybe my nerve can handle it.
Let's hope. Well, I think Red Cross is here somewhere, so if something were to happen, they would come and help you.
Yeah, that's good. That's great.
So here we have Maria winning her semifinals 6-0 and Vilde winning her match 6-2, which shows that.
But it's also very fun because you said comfortably with 6-2. There's nothing comfortable about shooting set scores. It could be 1 point lead in each set. It doesn't have to be a comfortable big lead, even if you're losing 6-0. It could be we could be talking about millimeters here from the line.
That is actually a good point.
Yeah.
That is a very good point. And this is now we're moving into set shooting, which means that they both shoot 3 arrows, and the one with the highest score gets
on
those 3 arrows gets 2 points.
Yeah. So it could be very. You could also see that the archer with the biggest total score is losing because of the way when they shot their arrows.
Yes.
Which is also a big difference from compound. So we will have Vilde starting. Oh, this is all Norwegian final.
Yes, it's an all Norwegian final. And so she's a left-handed archer. You can see that she's drawing with her left hand.
Oh, she took down over there. So she's actually facing the crowd face first. So she's making eye contact with the crowd during the entire match. That's something else as well. Oh, that's a good...
That is a 9-10, yeah.
That's a better shot. 7 on the other side. But the wind is picking up quite a lot. And these girls are very young, so their bows are probably a lot
they're lighter.
Lighter, yeah.
And they're definitely... oh, that much. She's...
yeah.
But I would also like to say that Maria looks... her technique looks a bit cleaner, a bit stronger. And you can really see it pays off. She has a nice rhythm, a nice, comfortable anchor. She's quite comfortable at full draw. This is definitely a longer hold.
Oh,
but
look
my
at that
lordy
group.
lord, what an opening!
Yeah.
That is
For you, you know.
that is how you want to start. See,
That is how you want to start. And the nice thing right now is that Vilda's round doesn't really matter that much, because once they score these scores, she can just start over again. And that's the good thing about set shooting in that way, because right now it's just 23-29, which would be in compound quite a gap to catch up on.
Yes.
But in recurve, it doesn't matter at all.
Yeah, because now you can see. I highly doubt that this is going to change, but I would quite comfortably say that Maria gets the 2 points here.
No matter if Maria is down and the other Wilde is up, she will still win this set points.
Yes.
But that's a good feeling to be Maria right now, to having shot your shots and getting a grouping like that on an event like this. Just, oh, it makes me all warm in my stomach. I know the feeling, just knowing that, okay, I did my thing and it worked, and I got good payment for it with that grouping right there. It's a good feeling.
You can also see that they're both talking to their coaches.
Yeah.
And Maria looks a bit more relaxed on the line. And we're getting ready for our next end. You can see them getting themselves ready.
Yeah.
Their bows.
Vilda looks a bit cold, and it's important to stay warm so your muscles don't tense up, especially when shooting recurve, because it relies on that dynamic movement all the time.
Yeah, and the wind is quite
cold.
It's quite chilly today.
Yeah,
I would say we're summer, and I think it's 18 or 19 degrees, but because of the wind,
not feeling like that.
No, because of the wind, it's actually it's chilly, and it was raining quite heavily last night. And was supposed to rain this morning. Oh, we can see her being affected by the wind.
Oh.
That is something. Okay, Maria is... well, I know that is... Maybe that goes to her advantage, but she pulls it out to the 7 here.
It's blowing a lot. Now that could be a problem for Vilda, because if she's used to shooting with her hat all the time, it's like a safety blanket. Possibly, like some archers have these rituals, and you need to have green laces. I need to push this button 3 times. Like some
you have your rituals.
Yeah, you have your rituals. You have your stuff.
Yeah.
If you're lacking your hat, and if you're like she has her hair loose, the wind can blow in her face. There's a lot of things that would. She doesn't look affected at all.
No,
she's shooting her shots, doing her thing.
It's quite good to see. She did a nice 3-shot arrow sequence here. Oh, we can see that bow moving, and it puts it in the 1. But there was quite a hefty bow move there from Maria.
Yeah, the wind grabbed that
really grabbed her bow.
very much.
So Vilda definitely is going to take this end.
Yeah.
And even though there was a spread in her shooting as well, Maria's previous end was very, very impressive.
Yeah.
We could almost say that maybe it got to her, that she was even maybe she was a bit surprised about how well the previous end went.
Yeah, possibly.
And
I think the last arrow there though was caught off by the wind. And,
Definitely.
Yeah. So it wouldn't have been that bad without that arrow, but just goes to show you, it's not over until it's over. It's never over until the last arrow is on the target.
We should keep track on how many times we say that. It's not over until it's over. It's going to be quite an amount of time because, but we're making fun of it, but it's actually a valid point.
It's a
very
valid point, and it's very easily overlooked, especially when you're on the shooting line, because you're just annoyed that the arrow you shot 3 ends before, or your opponent is leading by a lot. So it's a mantra that I like to say it a lot because people need to hear it a lot. You need to believe it. You need to like get it really like into your brain, tattooed in there permanently, because you can never ever give up the match.
It's not over until it's over.
No, no, no.
So as Vilde took this end, Maria's gonna start the next end. Or not?
I think because it's 2-2.
Yeah, good
Yeah.
point. Good point. Good point.
I think.
You can actually see that Vilde, she dropped the hat for this end, and
Yeah.
she's put up.
Her hair tie, yeah.
Yeah.
So she was probably not needing that hat as much
No.
as she.
And she starts off
good.
with a strong 9, and Maria replies with a
Yeah.
strong 9. Let's hope that maybe that they got the nerves out of their system now, because this was a strong start. And
Sometimes you just need that bad end
yeah.
and get it out of the way, and then just keep on shooting good shots. Because
Oh, this is good.
yeah, it's very, very
This
good.
is good.
It's an even match.
Oh, we can see that she really has the wind in her face now.
Yeah.
No, I mean the sun.
Yeah.
But she managed. Oh, this is
Oh,
a
this is good.
strong,
Yeah.
strong end.
Maybe we'll get a shoot up in this match.
That would be cool.
Yeah.
That would be very cool.
Oh,
that is
27,
very strong.
27.
So we both have 27 here, which means it's a draw, which means they both get 1 point,
Yeah.
and we're at 3-3.
So it's still equal.
A dead even end.
And this sun is picking up and it's going back, and it's a lot for the archers to deal with. And it's not that big of a deal in recurve because you don't have the scope that can kind of blind you if the sun is hitting it correctly. But it's still the sun in your face.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's still the sun in your
It's never
face.
comfortable to stare at the sun and have it in your face all the time. And then you have archers who shoot with glasses or sunglasses, and it's very different. Like, I don't think I would have recommended shooting with sunglasses during this, because if the sun fades away, it can cause some changes if you're not used to it. So it's personal preference
Yeah, most
from
definitely.
everyone. But if you're used to shooting it with a hat and the sun it will provide you shade from the sun at the angle it's at, then it would shake most archers to lose it,
Yeah.
especially during the shot.
So we're now getting ready for our next end. Our 4th end of the day, or of the match, I mean.
And it will be 2 more ends because none of the girls can win it this end.
Yeah. So regardless of how this goes, there are going to be 2 more ends at the minimum. Oh, she did not look happy about that shot. We could really tell even before the arrow
She
hit.
did not hit the target with that one.
No, that
she
was...
hit the target, but not the paper.
Yeah, it was. That is definitely a miss. And Maria continues. And now Villages has to reset. Let's hope she gets some strong shots in.
And now you can see her fringes on her face.
Oh,
She had to
that's
cool down.
maybe that's it.
Yeah.
That is probably what happened. And the clock is ticking, but she did a strong quick shot and a
that's
9.
a good 9 to gather yourself back.
Yes,
It's
that
a
was.
very strong thing to do.
And it's important for her own confidence and feeling about her shot
Yeah.
sequence. Let's hope she can put it in the 9 as well for this one and just forget the miss and just keep going. And she does.
She does. That's
She
really,
does.
really good. That speaks of a good mental archer.
Yes. Trying to shake off a miss like that, it is not always easy. It's a longer hold.
But she puts it in the X, so it did not matter.
She's tickling the spider, as it seems, as
Yeah.
well. That is
That's a good shoot of
strong.
arrow.
That is a strong end.
And it feels good to walk back from the line and knowing that you shot that.
Yeah, it seems like she was pointing to there was something on the field that bothered her, but you can really see that coming again, I'm very, very impressed. Coming back from a miss like that, you could really see that she did not feel the shot. You could really see her, even like the second the arrow had left the bow, she really did not look comfortable. You could really see she did not like the shot.
Yeah, and it's very, very important and strong of her to be able to get herself in that short amount of time, because Maria, as we see, has a very fast shooting frequency, so we don't have a lot of time to gather yourself until you're shooting your next arrow.
It was a quite strong end from Maria as well.
I think it was a strong end from Wilda as well.
Actually, yes, that's a very good point.
It was one bad arrow, but it's one arrow.
Yes.
The rest was very, very good, and picking yourself back up after that is very, very strong.
Yeah. And we can really see the sun is is really, really strong now.
Yeah.
So they both have wind, which makes the bow move, and they have sun in their faces right now.
And probably very light bows and light arrows that will fly away with the wind very easily.
Yeah. So Vilde is trailing and is gonna start this next end. And she continues.
Yeah, she's a little low.
She's a little bit low. I would almost recommend her to just do a couple of turns on the side to just make sure. And Maria continues with the 9.
And that's where you have, like, knowing your coach and knowing your archer comes in, because maybe the coach can tell them, or maybe just adjust the sight for them as well.
Definitely.
If you have a really, really good connection with your coach.
This is a strong
that's
end.
good.
That is a 9 and a 10. So Vilde now just hope.
Vilde really needs to shoot a good shot for hopes of getting in a shoot off.
Yeah. So 26, Maria needs a 7 to win.
Yeah.
I don't think she's been.
Oh, and the wind is picking up.
Oh, she has to fight for this. This is not gonna get easy.
Oh,
she
and it's
gets,
a 7.
She gets a 7, which is what she needed. That was a pretty close. That is.
Yeah.
We could really see the wind grabbed her bow, and she really had to fight for this.
And you see, there's no cheering because the people are not entirely sure who's won because it's so close.
Yeah.
You can see the line judge there marking the arrows, calling them out.
So that's a tie. So 6.
And the judge marks the winner as Maria.
So 6.
But you can almost see a sigh of relief in her body.
Yeah.
That last arrow got where she needed it to go.
And it's nerve-wracking standing up there and waiting for confirmation, and you know, you need to still be in your zone, but you're pretty sure you won, but you cannot take that victory before it's announced from the judge.
Yeah.
It's a nerve-wracking. I'm sure that felt like a very, very long time for Maria.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And that last shot, my lord. You know, I don't need to, okay, I only need to shoot a 7.
Yeah.
But you only need to shoot the 7.
And
then
that
the
thought
wind.
That thought is very, very dangerous.
Oh yes.
Because you're not supposed to be focusing on that. Just shoot a good shot. You know where it's going to end if it's a good shot. But then, if you're thinking about keeping safe, then your focus is elsewhere.
Yeah.
And that wind as well will affect you a lot.
Always stay in the moment. That is what we
yeah.
want to do.
Keep your focus. Just shoot your shot.
So now we're heading off into a recurve under 16 men.
So here we again have a big gap between the first and the even from Norway and Christian from Denmark. Even shot a 6.66 during qualification, and Christian shot a 5.92. And there we have it, yeah. So it's a big gap between the first, between Evan and second place, and then a smaller gap down to third place. was already beaten second place to get his position here. And 13 archers in this class as well means that there's been quite a bit of fight to get here.
Let's see how the knockout phases went for both of them. We can see that Evan won his first match 6-0. And Christian won, okay, also, well, he won 7-1. Evan won his next match 6-0 as well. Christian had a bit of more of a fight there. So this is going to be quite interesting to look at how this match progresses, because it really, we don't see the scores here, but based on just the results here, it looks like Evan had a cruising through his matches. So let's hope and let's see how he's going to be affected when he's in this final, because again, this is also the first time it's for him that it's being televised, and during a proper World Archery World Archery protocol.
Yeah, and shooting alternating shooting as well. It's very, very different, and especially with recurve archers usually have a very fast technique.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So that can really mess up with your rhythm if you're used to having a lot of time in between each shot.
Yeah.
So it's a completely different ball game.
So the range is being cleared. And we're getting underway with our next match of the day, the recurve under 16-man gold final. And it looks like Evan is gonna start it off and shoot the first arrow. And he starts strong with a 10. Let's see how Christian replies to this.
No, good 9, that's a good shot. Always fighting with the wind.
Yeah, drops it a bit. You saw really the bow how it dropped, and his release. Oh, he's being grabbed by the wind. Let's see how he fares. Ooh, that was definitely.
But it looked like a really nice shot.
Yeah,
it probably just got caught off by the wind.
Yes. And that's strong. That's a strong end. Oh yeah, he's moving quite a bit from the wind there. So this is
probably a 6.
Yeah, 966. Oh yeah, it's being marked up as a 6, and I think that is correct. But that is most definitely a comfortable 2-0 for Evan for this first end.
Yeah. It's two very different techniques. Like Christian looks like he's just super calm and chill and just like, I'm here, I'm having fun, I'm just gonna shoot my shot and have fun with it. And Evan looks like he's a guy who has something to lose and something to prove.
Yeah. There's I agree. It looks like, well, he has more pressure on him. He shot a lot more during drug qualification. He has won all his matches very comfortably, score-wise at least.
Yeah. It's so important to remember to have fun with this.
Oh yes.
Yeah. Like, just enjoy the moment and learn.
Don't be too serious about it. Don't be too serious about it.
Just shooting arrows. That's what you love to do. So just keep on doing that and have fun with it. And there we have our chairman of judges. Is that what it's called?
Yes.
Head judge for the competition.
Head judge of the competition.
There it on the line right there.
There you go.
I think they're enjoying themselves quite a lot here as well. Getting to judge matches like this is not something that we're used to, and the judges are getting valuable experience as well. And I think they're having a lot of fun with it as well.
Oh, yeah. I hope that the nerves that we saw yesterday have gone down, because it seems like all of them are enjoying themselves a bit more now.
It seems like they're have this gathered.
Yes. So we're continuing, and Christian is gonna start shooting as he's trailing.
And we hear the cheering from the Danish team. I love that.
And I know that Denmark is very good at that, the cheering part.
Yeah.
I remember that from when I went internationally with the national team. They're always, when we watched them, the Danes were always very good at cheering on their own archers.
Some archers like that, some archers do not like that.
And we have a 9 and a 9. But I have to agree with you that Christian, his technique looks very calm and collected and just strong.
Oh,
It's
that's
a
a good
strong
tap.
shot. You could really see how he kept the stability throughout the shot. Evan really has to fight for this now. Oh, that's a long hold. And a big movement.
That's an 8.
Christian has a calm. He's keeping his calm composure. And a strong shot.
that's
That
a
is
good
a
shot.
strong shot.
He's shooting really, really good technique.
Yes.
And a 9 from Even. So Christian will take this set, and we're standing 2-2. I really like watching Christian shoot, actually.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
His technique is very, very nice.
Yeah.
It's very, very clean.
Very chill. He just looks like he's so chill. Ooh. I'm rolling off here.
Yeah. So we have new chairs here.
We have new
chairs
chairs.
here today. As for the practice session yesterday, we had well, I broke a chair.
Yeah, you broke
I
a
broke a chair.
Laughing too hard. We had too much fun, apparently.
So we had to make sure that we got some proper chairs today
Yeah.
because we are not sitting still. We're
We are
moving
not
around
sitting
quite
still.
a bit.
On the edge of our seat almost all the time. It's hard to sit still when it's this exciting.
Oh yes, definitely. So scores are confirmed, and we can see flags are being raised in the crowd, which is really cool to see.
Yeah.
Both the Finnish and the Danes. The Danes and the Norwegians are trying. Okay, no, we're having the flag at the highest. No,
Yeah,
we're having the
we
flag
are
at
the highest.
Oh, that's cool.
I
That's
think it's the Norwegian person who's standing on the chair. I think they're both standing on the chair trying to get the flag as high as possible, showing the most national pride.
definitely. Oh,
They're
we
having
have-
a competition on their own in the in the crowd there, right there.
So there we have it. We have a 2-2. It's a draw even, and we're starting on with our third end. And Even is taking it away. And he continues where he left off. If he just keeps on this rhythm, I think he'll comfortably keep it in the yellow.
Yeah.
Christian with his calm and collected
The wind is
technique. Oh,
perfect,
yep,
yeah.
wind picking up a bit, yes.
Oh, but it still looks very, very good.
Yeah, that was definitely the wind that caught
Yeah.
him there. Even is, let's see how he does.
Oh,
He
it's
puts
a
it on
10.
the 10 ring. I just really like his draw. It's
Yeah.
very calm. It's very smooth.
That's a high 8.
And now Even is being affected by the wind, but you can see the stabilizer moving quite a bit, and the clock is ticking, so he has to get through, and he
And
puts
he
it
did.
in the 10.
Yeah, that's good.
So that's a 29. So regardless of where Christian shoots now, that's going to this end is going to Even.
Yeah. And this is a very, very good example of shooting good shots and just maybe it's just not your day. It looks very, very good. It looks very calm. I really, really like watching Christian shoot. And the wind is probably picking up his arrows, and it's so important to not start questioning your technique on the shooting line if it's not hitting exactly where you want it to, especially in winds and weather like this. Hello! And you see the competition between the
flag
nations right
bearers.
there? Yeah.
There is a flag. They have to switch up. They have to switch up who can hold the flag the highest. And for the longest, who is keeping it up?
Yeah, the Norwegians just switched the flag carrier. They're giving it their all there, the
Yeah.
crowd and the archers.
Yeah, they would need a even taller person.
Are you ready?
Find the tallest person.
Yeah,
on
find the
national
tallest person
team.
available. Okay, and then we're underway for our fourth end of this match. Evan is leading 4-2, which means that Christian is going to take away the next start of the next end. Keeps his calm composure, puts it very strongly into the 10.
And you can see that when Christian's shooting that the bow is directly shading him from the sun, and that's going to change in just the next round possibly.
It's a 9 and a 10. They're putting an asterisk on Christian's arrow.
I think that was pretty clear 10. Yeah, that's pretty clear 10.
That is a 10.
Yeah,
that is not an asterisk, because it's maybe it's because because of the X. Yeah. Drops it into the 8.
Yeah, now it's getting really, really exciting.
It's getting interesting because now they've had one end each where they did really strong, then they fell off a bit, then they did really strong, and then they fell off.
That looks good.
And he puts it into the 8, but so that leaves the door open. If Evan puts a 10 here now, he'll draw. He'll draw the set. That's a longer hold.
Oh, that's a long.
Oh, that's a long hold. The clock is ticking. That's a 7-8, yeah, 7-8 liner. So Christian takes this set, and we're dead even on 4-4.
Oh, exciting, exciting times.
And here we can see how the match has progressed. It's Evan took 2 points for a very strong end.
Yeah.
And then he followed up with a bit weaker end, but Christian came back. We came with them with a strong end, and then they switched places yet again. And that's how the match has been progressing so far.
So let's hope they both bring it this end, and we can get a shootout.
Oh, that would be amazing.
Yeah.
That would be great if we could have a shoot-off.
Hoping for a shoot-off all day. We're going to keep on badgering about that. Because
Oh,
we
yes.
want that shoot-off. It's a very, very interesting match, and very, very interesting the flag competition right now.
It's still going on.
Yeah.
The flag competition is still going strong, going on.
Norway does have 2 flags, though. There's a little one.
Oh, there's a
on the
tiny
corner
flag in the corner there. So it's 2-0.
Yeah. I don't think the Danish people have brought a small flag. So we're in Norway.
There is a competition on. We can even see that. One of the team managers is coming over, just reminding them to be careful.
Yeah.
And they're having a flag competition.
Yeah.
Okay.
So everyone is having fun on this field today.
Oh, that is great.
So even he's starting shooting.
Yes. And he starts off by putting it. He continues where he usually does, and with the first arrow puts it comfortably into the 9. Christian with his calm technique probably. He answers with a strong 9 as well.
So we're equal to this arrow by arrow.
That's what we want.
Yeah, we want this excitement.
If they want it, we're not sure, but we definitely want it.
We do it. It's good TV.
And
another 9. Let's see if Christian can respond to that. It looks good.
Oh, he draws it out to the 8, which gives. If Evan now puts it into the 10, that is him winning the match.
That's a lot of pressure.
That is a lot of pressure, and he knows it. I'm pretty sure that he knows it. He puts it into the 9. So, the case now is if
can Christian shoot a 10 here, and we will have a shooter.
And he does not.
9. So even wins this match.
That was a strong and fun match.
It was a very fun match.
I'll congratulate the winner, but I really wanted to see a shootout.
Yeah. They were both fighting very, very hard for that. And again, that's fun because Christian shot a lot lower during qualification than Evan did. So on paper, it looked like to be an easy match, but this was not an easy match at all.
No. Even really had to fight for this.
Yeah.
And you could really tell by all. If we just take a quick look at the brackets again, we can see how this was definitely the hardest match he had.
Yeah.
As let's see if it has updated, and he had 6-0 for his first match, 6-0 for his second match, and now it went to 6-4, which he really had to fight for this.
And not all archers are prepared for that fight either, because they're used to like shooting 6-0. Some people can cave under the pressure of having it 4-4 because they know that right now I need to bring my A game.
I need to perform. I need to perform. And there we have the confirmation from the judge. Evan takes the gold medal in the recurve under 16 men's
and Norway
division.
takes the flag. competition as well as one athlete is standing on the shoulders of another
Yeah,
one.
he's a bit
making it
taller.
power.
He's a bit taller. They've used the tallest person they know and put a small person on top of him. So now they are winning that competition as well. They're bagging it all today.
Yeah, they're bagging it all today.
Okay, so this match is concluded, and we're heading into recurve under 18 women.
And now we are going to move back to the next target on 50 meters. And recurve under 18 women have also have a very interesting final as well, because the usher on target number 2 was only number 6 qualifying.
Oh!
Synnøve Ballestad.
That really goes to show. That's very interesting. And
Yeah. Everything can happen in the finals.
She's heading up with the number 1 seed from Sweden, who shot 631 to 490. That is quite a bit of a gap there.
Quite a bit of a gap. But Synnøve has shown that she deserves to be here. She shot her own matches. She's won everyone. So it can be a very, very interesting match to watch.
It could also be that some archers are finals archers.
Yeah.
We don't have to forget that some really do a lot better during matches. They do poorly during qualifications, or they just know they don't matter as much.
No.
So they just I'm here for the finals. And now the Swedes are doing the same thing, and the Swedish flag is being raised to the top in the crowd.
They have a taller person number 1.
Yes. So Ingrid's trail to the finals, which was a 6-0, 6-2 against Jade Hillala, and now for the final we don't know the result yet. Synnøve Ballestad won very comfortably. Her first match 6-0, or score-wise.
Yes,
score-wise comfortably.
Set point-wise.
Yes, good set point-wise.
Set point-wise.
Yes, that's actually very, very important.
And Synnøve Ballestad had a shoot-off in her semifinals, so that was a big of a fight.
That was a fight. That was definitely a fight. So we're getting ready. They're still preparing the field is still being prepared a bit.
The cameras, and we have to move the targets backwards as we go along today, because the distance increases by the age group. But in the battle of the flags, it looks like it's Sweden that's taking a very comfortable lead right there in the crowd.
Archer number 1, archer number 2.
But they're having fun with it. They're looking around, looking after taller people to climb on top of their shoulders off.
Who can bring the flag to the top?
Who can bring the flag to the top?
And we're on our way for our
first set of this match. Recurve under 18 women. And Ingrid will start shooting. She just wants to get it going. And that's a good fast shot. A little low. Oh, that trailed a long way to the 4. But this is the good thing about set shooting, because you can have, it's a good 9 from Ingrid, you can have that one arrow and then you can just readjust. You know it doesn't matter, you've lost this set already, possibly, so you can just focus on getting your groove back and getting back in the yellow. She's getting closer.
Ingrid is shooting quite calm. That's a strong end. That's a strong end.
But now the pressure is off Synnøve on this arrow. She can just shoot a good shot and feel good.
And she does. She does. She
She's
moves
getting
towards the center of the target, which is important for her own confidence for the rest of this match. But as you said, Ingrid has put this in the bag for this round at least.
And that's a important aspect of it as well, like knowing when you can relax your shoulders and just say, okay, this set is gone. I can just relax, get back to my rhythm, just have a few practice shots. Imagine myself on the practice field, just getting back into my groove and in my zone, and just the good feeling of the shot. So we see the Swedish have a mascot flag.
They have
as
a
well.
mascot. They have. Is that a panda?
That is a panda
Yeah,
with
that
a
is a
Swedish
panda.
flag. So they're stepping up the game from the small Norwegian flag that we had against Denmark, and bringing in a panda on the game.
You know what? By this, they're already winning the crowd. The panda is definitely winning the crowd here. And the panda even has the cap of the hat from the
hat?
federation. There's a they have a federation hat, which is basically a target, but it's super cute, super cool.
Is that a federation flag? Is that a federation flag for Sweden?
Yeah,
Oh.
they have their own merchandise, and it's really cool.
Oh, that's fun. So it's officially.
It's officially the Swedish mascot now. They have to bring the panda for the next competitions as well.
Yeah. The panda and the flag wars are staying.
Yes. The flag wars, that's what we should call this.
Yeah, it's the flag wars.
And we're heading off into our next end.
Synnøve will start and possibly get a good shot going and just feel good again.
Yeah, we saw her moved closer to the target center during the previous end.
That's a good fast shot.
Yeah. Puts it in the 7. Honestly, to me, Synnøve looks a bit more relaxed.
Yeah.
Ingrid looks a bit more tense.
But that's been the common trade here between the archers on target 1.
Yeah. The underdog is has a tendency to be
chilling a
more,
bit.
yeah, it's chilling a bit more.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's I agree. That's actually the perfect term.
Yeah.
It's taking being a bit more chill.
But she has got some good
Yeah,
strong
Ingrid puts
shots
it in
and
the 9.
Very good timing. And that again puts pressure on Synnøve because Ingrid is shooting so fast,
Yeah.
it might mess up Synnøve's timing as well.
Yeah, that's actually a good
Yeah.
point. That is
It's a good group. She's
it's a
pretty
very good group. I would just for this now. I would just move aside.
Yeah.
That's comfortably enough to take this set.
It's good. Securing the bag.
Secure the bag. So we have a 4-0 now for this match. And the panda is being held up.
It's participating.
Is participating.
No, but this just goes to show how much fun a competition and an event like this is, and how much fun the archers and the competitors have, even when they're not shooting. Like, they're just enjoying themselves. They're meeting different people from different dates, they're making friendships from across the Nordic stations, and it's a good
That is what we
matching
want. That
experience.
is what we want. Something is happening in the Norwegian group right now. Let's see. Are they? Yeah, they're trying to build. They're trying to get even higher now, and they are. They have moved up and stepped up their game. It looks like some of these guys are from cheerleading because now they're using some technique I've seen in cheerleading to get the viewers to even
Are
higher.
they going to stand there all day?
That's got to be exhausting.
Yeah. But they took the lead.
Oh, they're almost toppling. It's almost toppling. Okay, so looks like we're getting ready to continue our match.
Oh, I'm having trouble focusing on
Yeah,
both right now.
Okay, archery. That's what we're here for. That's what we're here for.
So Synnøve will start shooting again.
And the Swedes are tired. They have to. Oh no, archery, right?
Yeah, archery.
Yeah. Okay, so Synnøve is gonna open this end again.
I think it's quite possible that Synnøve has a weaker bow, and then gets affected by the wind a lot.
Oh, that's
because
a very good
we're
point.
dealing with a bit older ladies here, girls here, and the higher we get in the recurve division, possibly the stronger the bow will be. So I think that's quite possible.
And we see here that Synnøve is definitely capable of bringing her game.
Yeah. She shot herself here. She deserves to be here.
Yes.
There's no doubt about that.
That's a bummer. That was really sting. Let's hope she can
get herself back in the zone.
yeah, just forget that arrow and continue her process.
It's never over till it's over.
Check. Okay, let's see how she handles this. Again, I think this is going to be too tight.
Yeah, that's a 7.
Yeah, So 4 to win.
And
She
she puts
answered.
it in a 10. That's a good feeling, knowing that you can just shoot your shot. Even though you don't have to shoot it in 10, you can still just say, yeah, I did that.
I did that.
I did that.
So this was clear cut, and this was the underdog was
So yeah, yeah.
quite thoroughly, that is. But she brought her game. It was really cool to see. And
Sweden wins the match, but Norway has not surrendered on the flag wars at all.
oh, that's yeah. You can see the Norwegian flag is on top there for now. Let's see. Are they gonna? The panda is there as well.
No, but it's a good experience, even if you like, just know that you shot good shots, you had your fun. Synnøve did not look upset at all, and I love to see that you can just be having fun, even if it's not going like 100% in the yellow all the time. Just enjoy yourself.
And now the Swedes brought 2 more flags.
So what they're lacking in height, they make up in quality.
Quantity, yeah.
Yeah, quantity, yeah.
Gå in.
So now we will have recurve under 18 men, and we have the same thing right here, because on target 1 there will be Jens Enkenberg, and he was actually qualified as number 4 against Robin Hansen from Sweden on target number 2, who qualified number 2. So in order to get into this final, Jens actually had to beat the number 1 ranked archer in his class. And that's already a very solid win there, so this should be a very interesting match.
Let's have a quick look at the brackets and how they evolved.
Focus on your job, Benjamin!
Sorry. Sorry.
He's watching a video of himself ruining the chair from yesterday during practice.
I'm really glad we had that test session yesterday.
Yeah, it was very, very important as well for us to get into the groove as well, and then destroying that chair apparently.
Yeah. Okay, so they are switching up the targets on the field and getting ready. We're slowly getting ready for it next. And
we see Jens was not top seeded in target 1, but he shot his way here, and I love that. He's the underdog here, even though he's on target number 1. So he beat Elias Rosenquist, which was seeded as number 1 with 6-4. And it will be a very, very interesting match, even though there are gaps in their qualifying score.
it just goes to show that score doesn't mean anything.
Score doesn't mean anything.
It's all about the sets when you get to the finals. And we're getting ready for our match. Jens Engsten,
Good 9.
that's a strong 9.
And a good shot.
Well, that was a bit of a shake.
Yeah.
Let's hope he recuperates.
Sometimes you just need to get a few shots out of your system, and then just that was a
That
very,
is strong.
very fast
That was
shot.
a strong shot.
Yeah.
And it's quite interesting because they have a practice field just next to this where they have been shooting, but it's so much different coming
Yeah.
to the finals range and doing the shots here. You're still, in all practical sense, doing the exact same thing,
Yeah.
but it's just everything around is just puts so much more pressure on you. You have to trust your sequence. You just have to be in the
Yeah.
moment.
Well, that opens it up a bit.
That opens it up.
Yeah, you just need to shoot your shot, don't mind your surroundings or what's going on around you at all.
Yeah.
And some people do that very well, others don't. And that's a 7. And when you're shooting like this as well, we have a speaker telling the scores. So Robin knew before that shot that the door was open a bit.
Definitely.
Yeah, and that affects you as well if you're listening to the sounds and to the speaker talking, and you know, okay, man, my opponent had a bad arrow there. Now is my chance to take this set, and then you put a lot of pressure on yourself. You don't have the focus where you need to have it, and then you end up with a bad shot.
That's a very, very good point. So
that's why this is so important, to get that experience and learn it by doing, because I can sit here talking about it all day. If you haven't been out there, you don't know what it's like.
yes, that is very, very true.
The Swedes have like...
Oh, they have
yeah,
brought
they
more
have a lot of
flags.
flags now. Someone went and got all their flags.
How is make it 2? Yes, I don't know.
Denmark is a little quiet on the support bench over there.
So Jens took that first set with 2 points, but it's not over until it's over.
The judges are still discussing a bit the target, but it all seemed...
It's news for them as well as everyone else shooting it in a competition like this.
And the range is cleared, so we're heading off into our next end.
And we're shooting.
Yeah, so as Jens is leading, Robin is going to take this, or shoot the first arrow, putting on, hopefully, some pressure on Jens.
Hoping he's got more comfortable now, and it looks like it. And he's more comfortable in this arena, if you can call it that.
Yeah, it's the finals arena. Yeah. Both start up with an 8.
He did not look too happy about that one.
That
surprised me.
So Robin might, if he shoots a 10 now, he's definitely gonna take this set.
And he does!
And he does. So
now, Jens, there's nothing he can do. He can just shoot his shot, and he can't do much about it. And he does, and he
shoots a
gets
10.
it done.
He shoots a 10.
That's the feeling you want, because that was just a practice arrow.
Yeah.
It had no implications on the set scores whatsoever.
Nope.
Just get a good shot out there.
I think someone is having fun with the asterisks
Yeah,
today, as all of the arrows.
It looks very clear to me. Maybe that's 6-5.
Yeah, but it's already marked up, so even if it's marked down, it's 23.
Still a set to Robin.
Yeah, Robin is going to take this set.
And the flag wars are still going. Look at that Swedish
And the
representation.
Danes have a mascot as well.
Do they now?
They do have a mascot as well. So the Swedes have a panda. But what do the Danes have? What do the Danes have as their mascot?
Flag wars is very, very interesting.
They're having some teddy bears. They're having some teddy bears over there. It's difficult to say what kind of teddy bears there are, but... Is it Santa Claus? Kind of looks like Santa Claus.
Santa Claus?
Look, it has a white beard.
Is it Santa Claus?
Yeah, okay, so the Danes brought Santa Claus as their mascot
And
to
he
this
has a little Danish flag as well.
Yeah, that is cute.
It is so cute. I love this. I love it. It's just people coming together doing the sport that they love and having fun with it, and it's so important.
Yes.
Like the Nordic Youth Championship sounds like a big deal, but it's very, very much about making friends and having fun and just getting to know people and meeting new friends. As we say in Norway.
Yeah, meeting new friends.
Meeting new friends.
Like the archery is almost like, okay, sure, we're doing archery, which is fun, but it's all about the experience for them.
Yeah.
And they're really putting on a great atmosphere here for our archers on the field. So Jens is going to take away this end, the third end. Starts up with an 8.
Yeah, and Danish are happy about that. And a 9.
Which gives him
good energy from the crowd right now.
Yes. He continues in the 8.
Yeah. Oh, he did not look happy, but that was okay.
He puts it into the 10.
Sometimes you get those arrows that you know you don't deserve, but you still deserve them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he pulls it out to the 6.
But it's not putting a damper on the crowd at
No.
all. Oh, it's a 7, but it's already winning.
Yeah, it's
Sets,
definitely
yeah.
winning, but it's also, I really did like his grouping there. It's very consistent. Yes, the final arrow dropped a bit,
Yeah.
but it's a very consistent end, which is very important.
Yeah.
It gives him a good feeling because this is, you can see here the grouping of Jens is a bit more spread out. Yeah, there is a grouping here as well, but I think Robin has a greater feeling from this end.
But that's what I would expect from someone who has qualified with a lower score. The grouping is usually not that great, but somehow they always manage to like, get it right when they need to get it right, and that's
Yes.
a very good skill to have.
Put on the A game when you need it.
Yeah. Or else you can just chill. It looks like
Sorry.
the Danish are very good at that.
And we actually have a drone on the field, so we're going to get some cool drone shots for when we put up a little mock-up of this event.
Yeah,
you can
that's
see
a
the
little
drone is
drone.
flying over the range right now. It has to struggle a bit in the wind as well, but that's just fun.
Yeah.
Get a bit of shaky shots.
Looks like the wind has died down a bit though, but it can. I think it's supposed to pick up a bit later today. So there's gusts of wind and not consistent wind, and that makes it really hard to shoot because.
Yeah, that is the worst wind to shoot in.
Yeah, it's the worst wind to shoot in, and you can get on the line, and especially now you have 20 seconds. You don't have time to wait for the wind. You just need to shoot your shot, which you normally would do during. The finals, when you have 120 seconds, you can wait a bit for the worst of the wind to weigh down. You don't have time for that today.
So Jens is gonna, and he's being cheered on greatly by his team. He's gonna start off, but it's actually, I've been thinking a bit about this because some archers would be encouraged by this, but it could also affect the other way around.
Yeah.
Like it could put more pressure on him, like not give him confidence, but actually put a bit of pressure.
Some
Even
archers don't like that. They just want to be under the zone and not be disturbed and not think about people watching.
Exactly.
But I think it's a part of the experience to learn, maybe not to like it, but to learn how to tune it out.
I think that is
Yeah.
really the clue. Really, how to learn to, whether you like it or not is actually not that important. It's how you deal with it.
Yeah.
That is really the takeaway here, and he's getting really good experience here because of the crowd and the atmosphere, just
Yeah.
shooting in the conditions that are changing quite a bit.
Yeah.
So shoots a 5.8, and now
And you need to adapt to everything, and you need to sometimes there's mistakes, sometimes things takes longer than expected, so you need to be able to adapt to everything and still manage to find your zone. That's a good 9.
That is a good 9, so Robin needs a 9 to win. See how he handles the pressure. A bit of a shake there just before anchoring.
And the wind is picking up as well. And
Puts
he
it
shot
in
an 8, so that possibly makes it.
Let's look at the arrows from Jens.
Didn't he need a 9 to win? Yeah, okay, because the arrows.
There is an
yeah.
asterisk here, that's definitely
that's
out, so it's a
definitely out,
5.89.
So yeah, Robin should take this.
Yeah. Now there There's a great atmosphere from the
Yeah,
crowd there.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
just exciting to see, and it's also it's very invigorating, as archery has a tendency to be a bit of a quiet and calm sport.
Yeah.
And just to see that there's such
No, not internationally.
no, but that's my point.
Yeah.
That's my point. And just to see to have the energy here and giving them this experience, it's really nice to see.
Yeah.
Getting people used to it. That's if you want to go internationally, that this is what
This
you're
is what
going to
you need
meet.
to get, yeah.
And
this
you
is
have,
what you need to
and
get used to.
as we spoke about just earlier, whether you like it or not, it's how you deal with
Yeah,
it.
you need to still be in your zone and not let it affect you. We've had fun on. Looks like Robin took that one,
Yes.
as confirmed. Sweden is chanting.
And the Swedes are very happy about this, of course.
Yeah. But yeah, as I was saying, when we were shooting in practice, we practice talking to each other to try to get each other out of the zone and change the game a bit. Still be able to shoot while you're having distractions everywhere. I think there's something wrong with the
Scoreboards
yeah.
here.
Because he did win that. I think we're lacking a point.
Well, the judges said the match is concluded.
Yeah.
We have a winner, so we're
We
moving
have-
on to us and how they evolved. You can see that Jacob won his first match 139, and Samuel 137. So again, we're in the same. It's kind of the same position here as with the previous match. They were shooting around consistently around 135 to 140
Yeah.
area, and
And we did have a lot of wind up here on this field as well yesterday.
yeah.
I heard rumors about because I was down in my comfy little ENC hotel.
Yeah.
But I did hear that there was a lot of wind up here on this field, and I think the guys and the girls under over 21 shot up here, so they're a bit more used to wind, or one would assume. But it's blowing much heavier now than when the U16 shot. I'm sorry, you're doing my job. I'm talking too much.
We're helping each other here.
Yeah.
So we're back on track. Every camera is online again, and we're getting ready for our next match. Christian again being the judge. Line. Jacob is gonna take it away and shoot the first end. Oh, we'll start off with the first arrow.
Yeah. So this is the first time for us as well, sitting here, having all these buttons to push and speaking at the same time. Very hard job.
Just to think
I
about
say
it.
ironically.
Yeah. Yeah, we're having the toughest job today.
Yeah. We're so tired and we're just no.
So Jacob starts off with an 8 asterisk. Samuel has a
that's
bit
a
of a
long
long
hold.
hold. That's a long hold. He should watch the time. 3, and he gets it off by the 3 second.
And it
puts
pays off.
Pays off. Puts it in the 9. Puts it in the 9. Jacob.
He did not look too happy though.
No.
It looks like he has a long shooting rhythm.
Yeah. That can be quite risky in a finals like this,
Yeah.
especially if the wind were to kick in again.
Yeah.
So
So that's a 999, I think.
yep.
He holds it for a very long time.
Yeah.
Gets an 8.
Min første gang stadigvæk, jeg var ved at skide i bukserne. Det er sgu godt. Ja, det kan hun være opmærksom.
We're hanging off.
Men du ser kraftigt godt ud, når du står.
Scoring, and looks like a dead even start in this match, 26 to 26. The judges are up and the agents are up at the target and scoring it.
Yeah. So I just needed to check with Oliver, our Icelandic friend here, because Samuel actually arrived here without a bow. The bow he's shooting is not his.
It isn't.
No, it isn't. It's Gummy came to me and was like, I need a bow. This was 15 minutes or 20 minutes before qualification.
I remember I was sitting
Yeah.
in the tent when he
Yeah.
came in.
So he's borrowing a bow from Sander.
Oh, he is?
Yeah, he is. We managed to get it to arrive on time before he started shooting his qualification
Holy
round.
crap.
Yeah. So he's shooting with the barrel bow.
And he's now in the finals.
Yeah, he's now in the finals.
That is fun.
That is very fun.
Okay, so one of the arrows of Jacob was marked up, so it's 27-26.
Yeah.
And we're heading off into the next end.
But it just goes to show you how great of a sportsmanship there is in archery, and you always want to help someone be able to shoot.
You always want to try and help each other out.
I think Martin Damsbo won a Fair Play Award for something like that.
Oh, he did?
Yeah, handing out a bow to a competitor that lost his bow or got his bow destroyed, who
wow.
we were shooting a match against.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Just shows like you're
Yeah, 'cause
friends. You're
we're-
competitors, but you're friends.
Yeah, yeah, of course you're here to compete, but you don't want the other person to have a sucky
No,
experience.
you don't want to win just because the other person doesn't have a bow.
Yeah.
You want to win because you shot better.
Yeah.
It's a good nine. And that win is a good nine.
Bare power hele vejen ned mod skiven. Kør på. Giv energi. Ja,
Oh, that looks chill. The Danish are so chill. I am impressed.
God power på. Så kører vi. Det er din bane.
That was a strong shot.
Om at
Almost
køre på
time.
nu. Vi giver god power. Power ned igennem skiven.
Putting an asterisk on it, so it's probably going to be checked up.
Kør på.
But I agree.
Kør på. Det er
I
det.
think it might be an onion.
Oh.
Jakob. Ja, tak.
Oh! Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
So
sometimes it just works.
sometimes it works.
Bare hold poweren. Giv god energi. Opad.
And that's a wild 7.
Så kører vi. Op og giv energi på den.
So up us up a bit.
Så kører vi på. Giv god energi nu. Hold power ned mod skiven. Ja, tak.
Oh, wow.
That was very unexpected.
Yeah, it looked good. But
So,
maybe it's the wind.
That
Der er
puts him
stadigvæk god energi på rækken.
quite a bit back.
Der er rigtig fint.
Even the coach seemed a bit baffled about that shot.
Yeah.
He's like,
And normally, like right now, if this was my archer or if it was me on the line, I would say, okay, remove that arrow. That arrow will not be shot again because it could possibly be a damaged arrow. As long as the wind and you're pretty sure about your technique. But having agents makes that a bit difficult because if you don't have an experienced agent who knows to flip that arrow upside down in that quiver for the springer, you don't know which arrow that was.
no.
Waving to the camera.
It's great to see the crowd and the atmosphere.
Yeah. They're really, really engaging. It's nice to see.
Yeah. It kind of seems like that we're getting there are a bit of people watching here, that getting a bit of a crowd.
Yeah.
It's really, really cool.
You're having fun with it.
Yes, that's what it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
It should be like this. It should be fun. It gives the best experience to all of them.
Yeah.
Op og køre energi fra start af nu. Jeg vil se 3 skud, hvor der er power på. Vil du give mig det? Kør bare på fra start af. Kør på.
Okay, so Jacob is trailing, so he'll be starting off the next
Yes, come on.
end.
Kom så, Jakob. Op og vis det.
We're now going into end 3.
They were very even though.
Kør energi
Yeah.
på.
It's a good match. Good and even match. Even though it's not a sport that we're used to seeing from guys like this,
Så kører vi fuld
it's
power
still a
ned
good
mod
even
skiven.
match.
Op og giv gas fra start. God power.
And the wind is really playing its part.
Yeah,
there.
yeah. The wind is really really bothering them.
Again, he's drawing it out.
Yeah.
Op og giv energi fra start af.
Still with
Kør
his
ned mod midten.
long hole, but it's
Yeah, it's a good cheer from Ireland.
yes.
Energi lige mod midten. Bare kør på. Vær stærk nu.
He's getting centralized a bit more.
Yeah.
Though a bit, you can see here it's a bit low, so let's see how he adjusts for the final arrow of this set. Or this end.
He has such a long hold. It's got to be hard in the wind like that.
It's risky. It
Doesn't look like it's affecting me much though.
No, but again, this is his rhythm.
Yeah.
We're just very aware of what could, if something were to happen, he has no leeway. He has no leeway at all.
And maybe he just likes that.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah,
that could be. That could be. That could really be.
Because it looks like he's not feeling the effects of having a little time. He's just doing his thing, shooting his shot, and it's working very, very well for him.
Whoa. Now he's, this is a 6-point lead.
Yeah. All of a sudden the door is wide open. And again, Samuel,
He's shooting with a
bow he does not know, with draw length that is not his. I don't think he had any of his equipment at all. He's borrowing everything from a guy who has a spare compound bow to shoot for fun.
Yeah, because he was initially a recurve archer.
Yeah, he's a recurve archer. He's just bought a little here, bought a little there, bought a little there. So, like, he's not even a compound competitor setup. It's just like, I'm having a little fun on my free time, so I'm putting this bow together, and then it just works for him apparently. And it's good.
So the range is now cleared. We can see the drone actually passing by in the center of the shot right now.
Yeah.
We're getting some cool drone shots. Sadly, we don't have them for the stream, but again, they will probably be used for the video for the mock-up of the entire event. So we're getting on with our fourth end.
It looks cold and it looks windy out there.
Yeah.
And the drone is really struggling, so the wind is
It's actually
very
a good
hard
point.
out there.
It's really being caught up by
Yeah.
the wind from time to time. This time Jacob has a bit of a longer hold, puts it in the 7.
So with the wind, it's not just affecting you on the target point, it's affecting the flight of the arrow as it goes along. So even if the archer looks like he's not being affected as much, it can really affect it by the time it hits the target.
See now, Samuel puts it low in the 6. Still has a lead, a 4-point lead.
I do hope the guys are having fun out there, because I know the feeling of shooting in winds like this, where it just seems like it's very
It must,
random.
and it must be frustrating at some point
Yeah,
as
it's
well.
very frustrating because you cannot do much about it, especially that with alternating shooting, and it doesn't feel like you've been able to do your best, and that's an annoying feeling when you're leaving the field. 7. But it's a good grouping from the Jacob there.
That's a good grouping.
And the wind is really picking up.
He seemed actually we can see him talking with the coach in the background a bit. They're probably discussing how to adjust for the...
I don't think there's much adjusting for this.
That was a bit of a spread.
Yeah. I don't think there's much you can do in winds like this.
It's true. So what was quite a bit of a lead has now dwindled to only a 2-point lead.
Yeah. So they have... no, there's no X. The scorer is very happy about the asterisks today.
Yeah. Taking no chances. Always
No.
setting up the judge.
Yeah. spread from both archers, and there's just no good feeling of knowing that you basically had no. Well, it's good experience,
Yeah.
but it's not as much fun to shoot.
No, it must be quite frustrating.
Yeah. So we're starting off.
We're getting on with the next end.
Is it the last end?
That is correct. We're in the 5th and final end. We haven't had any misses, so we're probably looking around.
Which is kind of interesting because the girls had a lot of misses and the girls shot better than the guys during qualification.
Yeah.
Which will imply to me that the girls have a lower poundage and gets more affected by the wind.
Definitely, yeah. Samuel with his notoriously long hold. Oh, now he's being affected a bit. Oh, the wind is picking up. We can hear it. We can hear it grabbing the flags and the banners, and the clock is ticking.
But he
got it out of the
Yeah.
last second. He took no chances there. And oh, you can see the boat moving quite a
Yeah.
bit. Struggling, but puts it comfortably and strongly
Very,
to the
very
line.
good. He's doing his best right now and he's fighting for it.
Oh, even Samuel. Oh, wow. He is fighting for this.
Fighting for this.
Oh, this is not easy. Not easy to
No.
stand there in this wind.
It's not as much fun either.
And he puts it in the 10.
Yeah, okay, but that's fun.
That is impressive. That is really,
He's
really
saying,
impressive.
no, you're not getting anything free from me today.
No, I'm not giving this away.
No, no, no.
So Jacob, has to put it in the 10. He has to.
He shoots a 9.
Shoots a 9, so it's a strong end, even though, especially in these conditions. But now, again, only a 7 to win. But in these conditions,
In these conditions, the 7s is hard enough.
oh yeah.
Oh,
He is
very
moving. He
bubbly.
is moving. And the side pin is.
And
And he
he
puts
took
it in
an
the
8.
8. But that is enough.
So that is your Nordic Youth Championship for compound under 21 men with a borrowed bow right there.
Yeah, with a borrowed bow.
With a borrowed bow.
Which goes to show it's not really the equipment always, it's really the archer.
Yeah. And just the ability to have faith and trust in an equipment that is not yours, that is not what you're accustomed to, that is not the same grip, it's not the same release, it's not the same draw length, really, really could affect a lot of archers mentally to be able to continue their technique when things are not the same as what they've always practiced.
Yeah.
So the judge called Samuel Peterson the winner, and the archers are congratulating each other. And the crowd goes wild out here on the Moneywood field in Larvik, Norway. And now we are going to move back another 10 meters to the recurve under 21 women's gold medal final. Here we have Marin Hidmansdottir from Iceland with 6:21 qualifying, and Freya Andersen from Sweden with 5:67. So there's a bit of a gap there during the qualification, but again, with these winds, these conditions, and the field and the setup and everything as it is, it's going to be a very interesting match, I'm sure.
Let's have a quick look at the brackets and how we got here. So we're prepping a bit, and the cameras are being moved around, and again, as we're increasing the distance of the field, some targets have to be moved,
Yeah.
cameras have to be moved, so we're having a bit of a delay.
It's not a delay though, the crew have been working very, very hard during this final. I'm very impressed by how quickly it's been going and moving distances and everything.
Keep in mind, again, this is the first time this has been done in this way, and it's really going fairly smoothly.
Yeah, I'm very, very impressed by everyone. The archers seem to know what they're doing, the judges seem to know what they're doing, the crew is working full time, it's going very, very fast and efficiently.
So we have here, you can see actually that Marion had only one match as she shot against Walter Olsen in her first...
Walter Olsen, is that a Norwegian thing or is that an international
I'm
thing?
actually quite uncertain, but now we're making it an
We're
international.
making it a Nordic thing.
A Nordic thing.
Yeah.
So again, Walter Olsen, that is a walkover. So if you didn't catch that, so Marion did not had a walkover in her first round. Then she met Nadine and won 6-0. Freya had a 6-0 in her quarterfinals and 6-2 against Linda Mortensen in her semifinals, and is now in the finals. This is it. I think this is it looks.
Yeah,
this matchup looks. I think this is going to be a good match. Yeah. I don't know. I just got a really good feeling about this. So the archers here are presented. We have Sweden against Iceland.
We have the flag wars going on continuously.
Oh yes. The cameras are still being adjusted, so we're almost getting there.
The line judge is waiting for the field to clear up until we're going to start.
And the crew has cleared the field, and we should get a ready matchup very soon. Judge is checking on his comms. Confirmation he needs. Okay, there we have it. We are ready for our match.
Archer number 1, are you ready? Archer number 2, ready?
So we have Marine starting the match on target 1 to the right, from our part of perspective.
And now we're going back to set scoring as well.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah.
We're done with compound for today. We're
done with we're almost done with the entire day.
Yeah.
What happened? We could do this for several hours, I feel.
Oh yeah, it's a lot of fun. The wind is catching her as well. It's tough.
Yeah.
That is tough. The wind is really catching them.
It's shooting good as well.
Yeah.
So now we've increased 10 meters, so we're now up to 60 meters. So the arrows are going longer, and that's a 9, that's good.
Yeah.
And again, it's more common to shoot with a lower poundage on recurve than it is compound. Yeah. So the arrows will fly slower in the wind, and it will naturally be more effective, but it doesn't seem to be affecting these girls too much.
Freya has a really quick shot process, which is one of the approaches you can have when you're shooting in wind. Just do strong and quick shots. Don't think too much. Just trust your process and just execute.
Don't give the wind time enough to push your bow away.
That is actually that's a really nice way of putting it.
Yeah.
Flag wars are adding on quite strong, and we see the pandas back. The flags are back.
When I went from compound to recurve, my coach used to say, "Don't give yourself enough time to make mistakes."
That is that is actually very deep.
It's very smart.
Oh, that is.
Just shoot your shot. Don't give yourself time to doubt it.
Yeah, that is very smart.
Yeah, he's a smart man. Morten Boe, who is now currently in Ireland with the youth national team for the European Youth Championship, I believe. World Youth Championship, yeah.
Marion took the first end, and we're heading off to the next end. The agents have taken the arrows from the target. The range is cleared. And we're getting ready for our next end.
So let's see what she does here.
Bit longer hold, and that was that really paid off, because I was thinking that maybe her shots were a bit too quick previously. Now she took her like half a second more to just
and it's not much. It's not much at all. You can hardly tell the difference.
Oh, this is strong. This
You're shooting good. I'm shooting better. Oh, that trail.
That dropped a bit.
Yeah.
quite even. They're
quite
very,
even.
very
It's a
even.
very
Yeah.
interesting match. I think that missed. I think I saw
did
it
not
flew
hear a
by
hit
the
on the
side.
target at least.
Oh, that's a strong win.
They really have to fight for this.
And she does, and she hits the 4.
Is that a
I think?
4? Yeah, it looks like a 4.
So it looked like Freya shot just beside, just to the side of the target. I think I saw
Yeah.
some fletchings just
Oh, you
roll
saw
past the side as I was fumbling with the camera angles there.
Okay, so we have a miss here from Freya, so which means that Marion is comfortably gonna go up to a 4-0 lead.
There's nothing comfortable about shooting in these conditions.
No.
No, it switches so fast.
Yes.
But again, you don't have time to mess around, take down, do it again, restart. You need something. You need to get that arrow away.
The arrow was found, which is great.
Yeah. So we went just to the right side of the target, probably
Yes.
knocked down by the window with the bow and everything.
So we're heading off into our third end. The arrows are being pulled off the target right now. Scores are confirmed. Marion has a 4-0 lead.
Now we're starting to have a chanting competition as well. They're trying to win the supporter of the day.
Archer number 1.
Freya is going to continue starting.
Both are ready.
Confirmation, the archers are ready. Range
Which
is
usually
ready.
is like a benefit to start shooting. Some people like it, some people don't. Internationally, if you're the highest ranked archer, you can choose if you want to start or not. So it's more up to you than it is. Right now we're trying to keep it as simple as possible for everyone involved. And she shoots us low 7. She is a bit low, but the wind can be pushing her arrows down.
For the strong shot she had earlier, it was all about the strong execution in the shot.
Yeah.
Keeping the pressure, not dropping the arm, just really pushing and going for the
Really
target all the
important.
way. That's good.
Even
that's
in conditions like this, it's very important because you need to finish your shot where you want it to go, even if your aim isn't there.
good. Even though it was a bit to the right, I would say that was quite a strong, confident shot.
Yeah. Look at that wind going.
And it's even getting to us.
Yeah.
Things are starting to fly around in here. So a 5 to win.
That is a
enough.
4.
That is a 4. So let's see.
Yeah. Because there's a
Oh,
possible.
we have plastic flying onto the field now as well.
I think that might actually go to Freya.
Oh, sorry.
Let's see how they mark this up.
I think there will be a 4-2.
Yeah, kind of looks like it.
Which is exciting.
Yeah, because the asterisk is actually closer to a 5 than to a 4.
Yeah.
So regardless. Yeah. So we have 21-21.
We have a 5-1.
Yeah.
Apparently.
21-21. So we're
Yes,
heading-
when their scores are even, they will split the fucking set point.
Yes, so we're heading into our 4th end. So Maureen had the opportunity now to actually back this, and the wind and probably the pressure got to her,
Yeah.
because she needed only a 5. Again, this is the situation, you only need this or that arrow amount to get the win, but then you start thinking about
And
that.
she's told what Freya is shooting
Yes.
by the commentator on the field, so she knows. And she might not be accustomed to knowing that.
Yeah.
Because some archers really like it to be quiet and calm and not said a word, and then you end up in situations like this where you have no choice. There is a loudspeaker in your ear. You're
Yes.
hearing it even if you want to
And a
not.
camera in your face.
And a camera in your face.
Starts off with a 5.
It's actually quite far away from her grouping as well, so she's probably not very happy with that shot.
That seemed like a strong shot, yes. I
Yeah.
was about to say. Good, strong execution, good forward push to the target. Oh, Marine, this is gonna be, Freya's gonna have a tough time here.
Yeah. And you know that she knows that in her head.
Oh, the wind is grabbing her. Oh, the wind is really grabbing her, so it's not over till it's over,
It's
but
not
she's
over
still
till it's over.
still
on
keeping the lead.
target.
Still keeping the lead. 14 to 18. Sets an 8.
Shot 8, yeah.
Okay, so but this is 16. She needs a 2 to win.
She needs. But in these conditions, it's not that easy. Sorry,
That
wrong
was-
target. So that was a 5. No, 7.
Yeah, 7.
Yeah, 7.
So Iceland taking this. So recurve under 21's gold medalist is Marine Anita Hummelsotter. Most likely, of course, the judges
Yeah.
have to confirm, but
Yeah,
we'll
but
we'll
it's-
be so ballsy
yeah,
to say
we're
that this
going
is
to be ballsy and say she's the
this is
winner.
confirmed.
She's still standing with her bow though. She wants to make.
She wants to
wait
make
for the
sure
judge.
she doesn't
Yeah.
want she does not want
It's
to
a
take
good
this for
attitude to
granted.
have. And now she's celebrating a bit with her teammates. And the line judge is giving it
And it's
right
confirmed.
there, and you can hear it. And she looks very, very happy right now.
Recurve under 21 women. The winner is Marina Anita Hilmartovic from Iceland.
And she's congratulating her. Usually on the line there, they're both congratulating each other with a well-executed competition, because even though you didn't win, you can still shoot very, very well.
Yes. You can have the best day of your life on
Yeah.
the range, but if your competitor is stronger than you, you have no chance.
Yeah.
It's just that simple.
It's a good feeling to know that, okay, I did my best is just not good enough yet. It is a very important word, yet.
Yet. Okay, so we're now moving into under 21's men.
This is a special Nordic class where you're shooting in centimeters, as well as the women we just saw. Usually, recurve under 21 in the World Archery will shoot 70 meters, and we have athletes on that distance after this match as well.
We actually only have 2 archers in this,
Yeah,
so it's we're going straight to the finals. No brackets to look at.
Danish Matt Gori and Swedish Emil Varma.
I have to say, I can really start to feel the wind actually putting a bit on the temperature. It's actually
Yeah, it's getting very cold, and we're in the shade in the garage.
yeah.
So we don't get any sun and the heat from that, so kind of looking forward to getting into the sun. But it's
honestly.
probably be colder there because we're pretty sheltered from the wind right here.
Yeah.
So it might be worse to be out there. But there's a lot of archers in t-shirts, so it doesn't look too bad.
Their mothers just didn't teach them how to clothe themselves properly.
Not everyone is as cold-blooded as me.
Okay, we're heading off into this match. Matt is probably going to take off the first arrow. Shooting commences.
Oh, that's a good shot.
Shoots an 8.
Did not look too happy about that, but he got it in the line.
They're shooting quite quickly and very confidently. Strong execution movements.
Yeah.
Oh, that was a
That
miss.
was
It's just hit low on the target. I can see it. It's a miss, yes. him as well.
Yeah.
He's lucky
You can
there.
see the wind is really pulling the arrows in that direction right now.
They're really trying to do quick shots here.
Yeah.
That is for sure. They don't want to wait. Don't wait for the mistake.
Don't wait for the mistake. Yeah.
Trying to do quick and strong shots, and there you
Good
go.
line,
There you go. Now we
Matt
can-
was very relieved that was over.
Yeah.
Like, he got those 3 arrows there, and yeah,
You can really see it in his face. That is.
yeah. It's hard out there.
Challenging conditions.
Yeah,
Definitely
challenging
challenging conditions.
A whole new setup, alternating shooting, and like Emil looks like he has a very, very quick. The last 2 arrows was a very quick rhythm, and that puts the pressure on Matt to be ready and prepared. He needs to have his arrows knocked. He needs to have his grip correctly. He needs to be ready to draw at any moment. And not many archers like that.
No, that is for sure.
So we keep on continuing to have the flag war. I think the only young athletes right now are having fun with it.
Yeah.
I think the older generations have given up.
Yeah, they're tired. You know,
Yeah.
the youth, they have the energy.
Yeah, the youth have the energy, that's right. And you can really, really feel the energy here today from the crowd, and I love to see that.
It's amazing. Really, really amazing.
Yeah. I was going to say that sounded Norwegian, but it's Swedish.
Yeah.
But it was very similar. I was like, where is the Norwegians rooting?
It's very similar. All
very
these languages
similar.
are very similar, though.
I'm struggling a lot with the Danish and Finnish and Icelandic, of course.
Yeah, the Finnish,
Yeah.
completely different language trees as well. Or not the Icelandic one, but... Okay, we're heading off into our second round. Second end, I mean. Matt is taking it away.
It's a good, strong shot right there.
Yes, strong execution, strong
Yeah,
timing.
Shooting really, really well.
Almost, that looks like an 8 to me. It's probably an asterisk. They mark it as a 9.
8.
Again, continuing with the strong, quick shots. Don't hesitate, trust the process, and go for it. That's pretty much what it seems like they're focusing on right now. And in these conditions, that's really what you have to do. You really have to just trust it and just do the shot. And
It's a miss.
it looks like it did yet again have a miss, which is a shame.
The wind is really, really hard out there.
Yeah. So that's a strong one from Emil. It's a strong one from Emil.
So Emil will take this set as well, making it a 4-0 lead. But in these conditions, anything can happen, and with these archers, anything can happen as well. Matt was the top-ranked archer in this competition, but Emil is really showing that he's not one to mess with today.
He brought his game.
He brought his game, yeah. And there was a long, long day at the field yesterday as well, so the archers are probably tired. And
Because the competition setup is quite it's quite cramped.
intense.
It's quite intense. It's quite
Yeah.
cramped. Like comparable to an international event, they're usually over a week. We're starting
yeah.
Tuesdays, Wednesdays.
Yeah, we have some unofficial practices, and then we have official practices, qualifications, and then maybe 1 or 2 rounds of individual finals.
We're
We're getting messages here.
we're
but I
getting
have
some
no idea
messages.
what
Yes, this is an
say.
international event. But yes, I agree.
It is an international event, yeah.
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 And there was a shark. What is it? Denmark is a shark teddy bear.
A shark!
It's a shark
They
teddy
got it on
bear.
a shirt. Was it a Santa Claus, or did
Baby
they
shark.
change it? Oh. I have a kid at home. I don't need to have that song on my brain more than I already do.
Oh. Okay, so they're still marking up the targets, flipping over the boards now, and it's 4-0 confirmed to Emil.
What we meant by saying international events, we meant world championships and world cups and stuff like that. And the European Grand Prix as well have 1 week where we have longer days but less shooting
There's a lot of waiting.
There's a lot of waiting. There's also not that many classes as well.
Yeah, because that's to point out that the traditional classes don't appear in those events.
No.
But they are appearing here.
Yeah, it's just senior and men's and women's division compound recurve there.
Okay, so we're heading into our third end. The range is clear. The archers are set up, and we're about to commence.
And the wind is really raging out there.
We have to work for it. Oh, he's being moved by the wind. Yeah, definitely. He's shaken almost, but he puts it onto the target. That's really strong. Oh, and the hat flies away.
Doesn't look like it's facing him much, though.
Nope. Shoots an 8 as well. Shoots an 8 as well.
Good gripping right there.
That's strong in these conditions.
In these conditions, the wind is just throwing them around like crazy. Look at that. And you only have 20 seconds to shoot your arrow. You need to get it away.
Yeah. Oh!
Oh, but he hit.
He hits the target. In these conditions, this is impressive. Getting it on the face.
Look at that.
So a 10 to win.
It's an 8.
It's an 8. So we have a 4-2. So Matt decreases Emil's lead.
So Matt is taking 2 set points this round. So we will not have a 6-0 or 3-end match in this match either. So every match today have been very exciting and ongoing and not just an easy, fast. Things are flying here.
And the wind is really, really ruining stuff
strong.
now. Things are falling over left and right.
The targets are secured with concrete weights behind them, so
they should not fall over.
They should not fall over.
They should not fall over. Should is
the keyword here. But it's cold and it's exciting day here today.
Yeah.
So Matt is biting off. He's not going down without a 5. He wants this just as bad as Emil does.
Oh yes.
Oh yes.
He's in the finals. Of course he doesn't want to.
Yeah.
He's not rolling over. So we're heading off into our next and 4th end. And Matt is taking it away.
Looks like Matt has some more protection from the wind than Emil does. Or he's just a little more lucky with the wind. That's an 8. You can see Emil is really like moving around by the wind.
Yeah. Pulls it out to the 7. He's keeping the door open for Matt.
And he's taking it. He's fighting as hard as he can right now.
There's 7. Puts it in the 10. Strong shot. So Matt really has to put a good shot here and hope that with a 3, I think this is gonna be hard. He needs a 2 to win.
We've seen misses today.
We have seen this earlier today. We don't take anything for granted, but he shoots an 8, so.
Yeah, it's really the strong shooting of Emil.
So Emil takes this.
But that was not an easy match. They were both fighting very hard, and that's very lovely to see. They did not surrender, they did not cave. They shot their shots and they did their thing. Oh, it's getting cold in here.
Yeah. I wished we could have gotten the shots of that, because now that the Icelandic mascot Gumi was dancing and we saw the crowd was happy about that.
Oh! Was I not paying attention? There's a thing in my way. We have decided that the Icelandic team mascot is going to be a big gummy bear. So you need to fix that. We need another one. I know, but you're not in the crowd competing in the flag wars that is going on in the field right now. So that was confirmed, and the archers are thanking each other for a good, well-executed match and a good fight there.
Save as confirmed, and we're now moving on to our second to last match of the day. Recurve under 21s, or archery distance, so
Yeah.
regular distance, women's class.
So they will be on 70 meters. And again, we have the same thing, that the women shot 1 point better than the men's.
That's really, really cool.
I like that. I like that. So we have Othelia Bolin from Sweden with 588 against Veslema Gjelsvik from Norway with a 570. So that's an 18 points diversity, but I don't think that will really matter in these conditions. I think we will have a very, very interesting match.
Oh, this
in
is
our
going to
hands.
be open.
Yeah, it's
This
very
is
open.
completely open.
Yeah.
18 points is nothing here, I'm
No,
sorry.
it's nothing.
It's really nothing.
It's going to be a very, very interesting match.
Have a look at the brackets. We see that Veslema had she had to really put up a fight, and so did Otelia.
Yeah.
They've had quite a fight getting up to the finals. So we're prepping the field, removing some targets to increase the distance yet again.
Yeah. 70 meters.
And the cameras are being set up as well. The archers are getting on the field, getting a quick introduction, and let's see how we start this one out. And
We have our camera crew running on the field right now, making sure that we get every single point of those arrows onto our cameras.
and I think is it Sushi that is now line judge?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's
Yeah.
quite the renowned. We're really lucky to have her as a coach here.
Yeah. World Archery coach. And you see in the coach's box there, I think that's Sander, and that is the guy who borrowed the Icelandic guy his bow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that is cool.
So full circle moment right now,
And the range is cleared.
and we're ready to commence shooting.
So Thelia is going to take off the first arrow here. Oh, even I can see the wind is doing its work.
Oh, that was low.
I think it was a miss.
That was a 2.
Yeah,
Spark was a 2.
It's a 2. It's a low 2. She draws it out to a 2 as well. Still low as well.
Yeah. I think the wind is pushing it pretty down.
Yeah, they both need to do their adjustments for the next end.
Ooh.
Or it could also be the nerves.
That was wood. also now we've increased the distance quite another 10 meters, so the arrows are flying 10 meters further, and the wind has 10 more meters to affect the arrow as they're going on. And yeah, that you on 70 meters in this wind, you really need to have a high poundage on your bow to make it effective less. Yeah, okay.
So I just realized that we have a crowd behind us, and they're literally snacking popcorn while watching the stream.
Yeah. Hopefully we're providing good entertainment.
Yeah, kind of. Well, based on this, we're doing some quite good stuff here.
Not only the Danish people can chill, we can chill as Norwegian as well. We know how to chill as well.
Okay, so for this first end, Vesleme most likely has taken the first set of 2 points.
Yeah, with having all her arrows in the target. Let's see how. Yeah.
Yeah, all targets, all arrows are in the target.
Yeah.
And there was one miss. Yes, there was one.
There was one miss. Yeah, she hit the wood on the right-hand side right there, so the arrow probably flew away. You can see they're trying to get that arrow out right now.
They got it. So, would you shoot with this arrow now for the next end?
No. If I had enough arrows, I wouldn't bother with it. But maybe she needs to check it. And again, like you can see the agent right there, she has that arrow upside down, so she's putting it away for the archer, so she can just
make sure
not think about that right now.
Yeah. And that is actually that is a very good thing, and it's a good habit to do to make sure that the arrow that has happened something with, that it's placed upside down, so that the athletes themselves can make sure what they want to shoot with. So we're underway. Delia is continuing this, and she shoots a strong 9.
That's a good comeback.
And Vesleme replies with a strong 9.
Nothing to think about here. I'm matching you. I see you.
Yeah, I see you. I follow you.
See you.
You were on top of the scoreboard, but I'm not giving you this easily.
No. I'm fighting for it.
And she continues.
She did not look happy with that, but it hit where it needed to.
It's a bit of a spread for Athenia's end there. Let's see how Vesleme finishes up this. She did not, but that's enough.
That's a 7.
That is definitely enough for this. So it's a 4-0. It's a 4-0, and she's gonna bag this set as well.
She's shooting really well. She looks like she's having a lot of fun as well. That's the coach right there, just talking to her, making jokes, and just making sure she's having fun, because it can get really serious, and you can get really in your head when you're standing on that shooting line, and just feeling the nerves and everything that's at stake as well. It's really important to have someone there that you're comfortable with and who can just help you relax and have a chill time.
Have a chill time.
Have a chill time.
Just enjoy the ride.
Enjoy the ride.
Just, well, putting jokes aside, it's not that often you get this opportunity.
No.
And just really, that's what I try to tell my archers. When they're so lucky to go to a really huge international event, I'm just, first time when you go to the line, take 2 or 3 seconds to just take a look around and just take it all in. Just
make sure you enjoy it.
Because it's over so quickly.
It's over so quickly. You won't get that time again. And like, you can be mad about one arrow, but what does that one arrow actually mean in the amount of thousands of arrows that you're going to shoot during your time as an archer? It doesn't really matter.
Oh, exactly.
And we've been at some amazing venues and events, and just enjoy it while it lasts.
Yeah. So Othelia's gonna, since she's trailing, she's gonna start off with the first shot. Drops it a bit low to the 7. Oh.
It looks strong.
She follows her.
She didn't look happy, but it's good.
It's getting closer to the
Yeah.
center. That dropped, so I think,
Oh, you hear the ooh from the crowd.
yeah.
It's getting more exciting.
And now even the wind picks up.
Yeah.
Oh. That was another.
Was it another miss?
Was that another miss?
I think so.
I can only see two arrows in the target, so. And
And a good 9 right there. So Veslemøy takes this.
yeah, that.
And we have our first 6-0 match today.
I think it's actually our. Is
it?
Yeah, I think it is our second.
Okay, maybe I'm wrong.
But here, definitely the wind and the conditions played
Yeah,
their
yeah,
parts,
yeah,
because this
absolutely.
was, yeah.
It's hard, tricky, and just the event at all.
The wind is doing its thing today. Things have been flying around, not just arrows. Tents and hats and bows almost, and bodies. Luckily they're still
Bodies. But it does not seem to affect the crowd at all. They have the energy, they have the presence, they're here rooting for their friends and athletes as well, and it's nothing I love seeing more than that. A good camaraderie, good sportsmanship, and everyone in love with archery.
So again, the one number one from qualification was not necessarily the one that took away this.
No.
Took
And
this gold medal.
Veslemøy as well was, she was ranked number 2nd, so it's not that much of an underdog, and she is now confirmed winner from the judge at the target.
So we have the confirmation here, and they're greeting and thanking each other for the match.
Nothing's better, and the coaches are congratulating each other as well. I love to see that.
It's quite very important.
Competitors until the last arrow is shot, and then we're all just archers in love with the sport and having friends and just making good acquaintance. Yeah.
Yeah, totally agree. So we are now slowly moving into our final match of the day.
We're also not far behind schedule today. It's gone very, very smoothly. The event has been very well organized, and everything has worked as it should, and nothing is better than that, and that's kind of a rare happening as well.
That's true. Having things gone smoothly is almost.
Yeah, and in this wind with things flying around, it's very
Yeah, I was
nice.
actually expecting delays.
Yeah,
Honestly, I was expecting
yeah,
delays.
with
With
this
these
wind,
conditions, I was
yeah.
expecting delays. But we've not had them, which is great.
Yeah,
which
it's
is great.
Makes our job easier.
And we can do it properly this time. We're starting off, we're now slowly getting into our final match of the day, recurve under 21s. And for the matchup, we have Holger Vestgaard from Denmark and Joachim Flatterby from Norway. We can have a quick look at their ranking rounds, or their qualification.
Joachim ranked 3rd with 575 and Holger with 587. Now this is a bit of a gap on 70 meters, not much, but it's a bit of gap, but I think we'll have a very, very close match in this.
Yeah, again,
well.
we've seen it like
Yeah.
we've seen quite a bit of a spread today, and it's also been like, because the wind is so erratic as it is, if you're lucky enough to be able to shoot in a moment of wind or silence,
Yeah.
you can get off quite good shots.
The crowd is going crazy for Holger
Norway.
and for Joachim. Yeah, this is kind of the luck of a draw when it comes to like 20 seconds to shoot your arrows, because you can get lucky and there can be a moment with no wind as you're releasing. You really have no guarantee for either of that, or if it's going to be windy as, a lot.
So Holger is gonna start off this
Our
match.
Final match of the day.
Final match of the day.
Hoping for a good one. Again with the chill.
Yeah, calm, collected shot.
Yeah.
It's a 6 to the right.
That as well. That was a very fast shot from Joachim. It's 5, I think.
Also dragging to the right of the target.
So it looks like the wind might have turned a little, or maybe there was more wind on the practice field.
Could be, or the wind was different at least.
Yeah.
That's definitely catching on them onto them now.
Yeah.
Strong
That's
execution though, pulls it even further out to the 2. Trying to remember to keep the bow arm and.
It looks so
they're pulling a bit to the right, both of them.
I think either the wind has turned, but it doesn't look like that from the flag. So it's quite possible that the practice field had a bit of a different wind, so they put their sights on the practice field because it's not far off. It's the same direction and everything. So I believe that that's what they've done. And then when they're coming on to the field right here, we have the building and everything, and the wind is a bit different. So your sight might not be in the center when you're starting.
That could very much be. I would say that there's quite a high possibility that Holger is going to take this first set.
Yeah.
I think that there's going to be some arrows that suddenly get a highly marked up here. So Holger takes the lead after the first end. And the crowd is doing their thing, trying to really cheer on their contestants on the field.
Looks like Denmark has given up on the flag wars. But
Which means Norway is winning?
Huh?
Which means Norway is winning?
Which means Norway is winning,
That's what.
But also we have...
but Norway has not had a mascot.
No. Norway has no mascot. We need to find a mascot for Norway as well.
They had the baby shark and they had a little Santa Claus, the Danes.
Did they have Santa Claus or was it the shark
or
all
was
along?
it the shark all along? The Danes. Did they always have the shark or was it a little Santa Claus as well? Was it always just the shark?
We don't know. It's quite possible that it was just a shark the other way around. But I'm curious of what shark symbols.
And the range has been cleared. And we're getting on with our second end.
And the judge is giving the signal for shooting to commence.
The crowd is doing the wave. That is cool. Joachim is starting off. Clock is ticking. Oh.
Again, that's a different thing for Joachim to be starting off and having the timer set and having to shoot a shot straight away, because last end he did not have to do that.
Holger looks calm and collected. That was a strong shot.
Yeah.
That's a nice execution.
Yeah, good shot. He's getting payment for that.
They're consistently a bit to the right here. Well, Holger has really adjusted for that.
Yeah.
He has really adjusted
But
for that.
again, that comes with experience. Joachim might not know that he needs to do that or trust his shot enough to actually make that adjustment. It's very, very easy to think, oh, it's my fault, I'm the one doing that and not my bow. That comes with a lot of experience. That looked super easy.
That was a really nice and strong end. That was very, very comfortable.
Yeah. And a good grouping for Joachim. Crowd is really enjoying themselves.
They are rootin' tootin' for their competitor. They're rootin' tootin'.
We suddenly became very, very international right here, right now. Danish are have been very energetic all weekend actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're really supporting their ushers and doing the wave as well.
And the scores are confirmed.
I feel like I'm on a football match right now. I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this is how it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
This is exactly how it's supposed to be.
Just good old love for the sport.
Creating a great energy, and the experience becomes a lot more fun.
Yeah.
For the ones that are watching, and for the ones on the field, I would say.
Yeah, on the line. Yeah, absolutely. Because everybody's having fun. You know, it's not just you. Your whole team is having fun with you, and that's such a great experience to have for everyone involved.
So it's 4-0. Joachim's still trailing, which means he's gonna start off this end as well.
Looks like he's struggling a bit with the starting, actually.
Yeah. That's actually a good point. It's a nice and strong execution.
Yeah. And he has a lot of time. Let's go 6 for Holger.
Again, I really do like his execution.
Yeah.
It's really strong. Holger is very stable.
Yeah.
He looks like a rock where he stands. It's very impressive.
It does. And again, with like the calm and collectiveness that the Danes have.
The Danes have, yeah.
Yeah,
It's maybe
very.
you're onto something.
Yeah. They've all had it.
And the final arrow for
Joachim. That was marked as a 4, so Holger has a 5.
needs
to
a
win.
5 to win.
And he gets it.
Bags it into the 9,
Gets
and
it
the
into
crowd
the 9.
goes wild.
Yeah. And the coach is giving him a tap on the shoulder, like, good job, you really did that thing.
And the wind. Just look at those banners.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I think they're happy.
Yeah, I think they're happy.
I think they're happy with the result.
Yeah. I think they're having fun on the field.
So Barrett is confirming the values, and let's wait for the confirmation of the judge. And winner is confirmed.
Yeah, Holger is confirmed the winner for our final match of the day. And there we go.
And he's cheering on the crowd.
Yeah.
He's animating the crowd. That's great. That's what we want to see. Thank you for the match.
Looks like Holger had a lot of fun out there.
Yeah. And he's enjoying.
Yeah, he's really enjoying himself right now. That's how it's supposed to be.
The Larvik will be held in the same spot as it will yesterday. And we're going to start Larvik at 1 o'clock. Probably as soon as possible. So down on the lower field when we had the grill yesterday, it will be a launch area.
So that was our final match of the day.
Yeah.
And me and Laila were Well, this was a great blast of fun.
This was very, very fun. It was a lot better than running around on the field doing hard labor, at least.
Yeah, just sitting here having a chat about archery, doing what we love.
Yeah.
And
Chatting about what we love,
Yeah.
and yeah, can't really get better than that.
So the athletes are now going down for lunch. The field is being prepped for the medal ceremony later today. And we hope everyone has had a great experience here
Yeah.
at Larvik. The event has been very well put together.
Yeah,
The finals day have been on a really high level.
very, very nothing to complain about at all.
So with those words, we want to say thank you for watching. Thank
Yeah.
you for following the stream.
And thank you for enjoying this with us. We hope you have.
Until next year.
Yeah, until next year.